Blake Griffin to the backdoor cutting Luke Kennard for the score.
Beautiful play.
Luke gets the first Piston hoop. Nice feed, wasn't it? Blake tried a deep bounce at the Galloway. He lost it. Blake picks it up though and lays it in.
The preseason game between these two teams.
Better and better. Blake Griffin fakes the shot, gets Andre a jam.
Nice. That is a crazy number, George.
Sure is. Reggie Jackson for three on cue, and it's through. Makes a three.
This has been a very impressive first quarter for the Nets. Both ends of the floor, really.
Blake Griffin, you can't stop that. Stops, fires, fills it up.
Nice.
Blake with the long gun.
Galloway up most notably right there with a little shovel pass and a screen, and actually got a three-point play out of it.
And I like the hard foul that he gave Davis in the you know, back then, had we, practiced shooting 500 threes a day.
Exactly. It was a late game weapon back in the day. Now,
They did that night for me a couple of years ago. Spider Sally was great. We appreciate that. Always fun to see John. Blake Griffin inside against Dudley. Great handoff to Andre, who lays it in.
see what I mean?
Russell, Brown holds his ground. Russell tried to leave it inside, but Pachulia with those big mitts comes up with a steal. Griffin to the hoop. Layup is good, and a foul. They're 4 of 18 from three-point territory. Jackson has space to work. Will take the three. Splash.
Blake Griffin fakes the three, drives it, lays it up, lays it in. LeVert way up, couldn't hold the rebound, but Harris hustled it down, lost it to Blake Griffin. Blake to the basket.
And go to work. 1-0 coming off a narrow win against the Nets. Blake Griffin, a little shake in the lane, and then the layup. Jackson using Griffin. And then Blake raises up from outside and drains one. That's a three. Bounce down. Backing in. Portis blocked. That was Blake Griffin who went up with him and
really makes his team go.
Levine had it batted loose. Here comes Blake Griffin down the lane. Back out it comes. Bullock fires and scores. That's a three, so back-to-back three.
Point guard depth. Here we have campaign starting tonight, but Archie Diacono, what do you like about what he's doing so far here this evening?
Well, they got to distribute and get the rock to Jabari and to Zach LaVine. They're doing a great job.
Scorer, I would not be surprised if he averaged over 20 points a game.
Reggie Jackson, other corner, same result. He just rose up over Jackson that time. Blake Griffin for three. That's good. He rattled that down. Blake Griffin trying to size up Portis. Now fires the jumper and scores. He just took his time. Give Pachulia room to shoot. He didn't even look at the basket. Blake Griffin pours one in. That's a three. Pulls his way to the lane loose and dumps the ball.
Robin
kind of came over.
Well, he went baseline.
Galloway against Blakeney. Griffin back outside. Ish Smith. He rattles one home.
I tell you what, I've always liked Ish Smith with this team. I liked him in Philadelphia.
Driving, shooting, no. Tipping, no. Griffin again, back up and good. Right, staying with it there.
Well, Robin was down there by himself. I mean, there was no other.
All right. Blake.
He got Robin out there on the island by himself. Who's playing the best? And right now, Ish Smith is doing a good job.
Ripped out. Shot Stanley Johnson. Pulls one in from the right side.
Johnson is playing with so much more confidence than we've seen.
Griffin with 6 to shoot. Griffin fires the jumper and scores. Boy, he made that look easy. Bullock a bounce. Griffin against Jabari. Spins by. It's good.
Too easy.
Off the lane on the left side against Bobby Portis. He spins into the double team. Back to Reggie Jackson.
That's a big shot. Big shot that time. They doubled.
Pump fake against Portis. Backs him out with a dribble. 9 to shoot. Griffin raises up, and the three is good. Wow.
Blake misses them both. Got his own rebound, though. Up and in.
You see some determination in him just a little bit, maybe to start this game?
Can't deny the pass.
He's an assassin from distance. Blake Griffin to the basket. Rolls inside against Saric for a score. Stanley Johnson's coming back for the Pistons. Blake Griffin works against Amir Johnson. Inside, nice spin, and a hook, and he hits. Blake Griffin's back. Turns to the basket. Great reverse glasser, and it goes.
Kept that dribble alive.
Blake Griffin against Saric. Pounds it inside. Here's the shot. He hits it. Count that baby, and a foul.
Than the 1972 Philadelphia 76ers, who only won 9 games.
Think about that. Blake Griffin to the basket for a score. Blake Griffin, dribble hands. Reggie Bullock fires, fills it up. Nothing but sweet string music there for Reggie B. Blake Griffin down the lane to the rim, lays it up, lays it in. Count that baby, and a foul. 49-43 Philly.
You just cannot go for Embiid's pump fake. I mean, it's a good one, but let him stay there. Don't reach, don't lean towards him, because that's when he's going by you.
Has 9 of his 11 here in the second. Blake Griffin from the wing for 3, and it's through. Blake Griffin with the basketball. Fakes the pass, throws it down. I mean, throws it down. The crowd erupts.
Put Blake on Embiid and maybe put Andre on Muscala.
Sixers have been an offensive machine. No Ben Simmons. Blake Griffin from the lane. Another one falls for Blake. Reggie Jackson against Fultz. Blake guarded by Embiid. And there's Reggie Bullock leaning for 3, and it's through. Covington guarding Blake Griffin, who'll turn inside on he and Saric and score some more. But Julia ahead to Blake Griffin, right at Amir Johnson, off the glass, and good. 32 for number 23.
Marvel at that last year with Avery Bradley, how well he cut George.
Yeah. That's a lot of the same. Andre to Blake Griffin behind the back. Deep bounce to Ish. He makes the Sixers pay.
They thought he was going to clear it out, but he quickly made an abrupt U-turn.
Blake Griffin gets it back and gives it back to Reggie Bullock. Now gets it back. 6 on the clock. One dribble and a long gun. It goes! Embiid deep bouncing. Shot is blocked by Blake Griffin on Covington. Blake down the lane. Deep to Andre for a deuce.
Got better and better each year.
110 to 107. Philadelphia. Blake Griffin inside. Andre jams it. They get the 2 right back. 2:50 left. Blake Griffin stops and triples. Hello. He has 42. Still 40 seconds to play. Blake Griffin backs in, turns, fires off the high glass, and he hits it. 44 for Blake. Pistons, Ish Smith snaps it. Pachulia has it. Off to Blake Griffin. Clock just inside 10. Blake squares up and guns, and it goes. Blake with a triple. Blake with a rebound. Ish for 3, and it's through. Look out below. This place is now up for grabs. Bounce top side to Blake Griffin. Turns, drives, lays it up, lays it in, and he is fouled. And he is fouled. Griffin, nice bounce inside the Tristan Thompson, but he threw it away. Stanley Johnson with a steal. Blake Griffin drives, gets to the rim, lays it up, lays it in, count that baby, and a foul. Blake Griffin, alley-oops to Dre for the dunk. And the Cavs will take a timeout. Meantime, Blake gets a screen from Andre. He fires, he fills it up. That's a triple for Blake. Ish with penetration. Blake fakes the corner three, drives and dunks.
Nobody's around to stop him.
He looks lively, doesn't he? Kyle Korver checks in. All stolen. Here comes Griffin. Larry Nance Jr. back out there.
Longer than he looks, folks.
He's strong enough, that's for sure. Spin by Blake to the basket. Another jam. Blake Griffin thinking about the three. Now he fires and fills it. Tristan Thompson came out, but not far enough. Pistons by 3. Andre with the rebound. Midcourt's the outlet to Blake. Blake down the lane, powers it up, lays it up and in. Tristan Thompson gets it back from Reggie Jackson. Steps out behind the long line and drains it. Whoa! Very impressive. Vince Nance Jr. puts it down, spins to the basket, missed it, tapped it in. 84-70.
It's giving the Cavaliers at least some hope still.
Blake Griffin may have shut that down a little bit with that triple. He's a 24-10 guy now. 18 for Clarkson. Cavaliers get a steal. Korver way up to Clarkson against Blake Griffin, who got a piece of the shot. And the Pistons pull it down.
Their games thus far.
Down just 7 with 2 minutes to play. Reggie Jackson for 3 and it's through.
Of course, here.
He was flying around with the tie. Reggie bullet shot. Nice. Rattled it home.
Drummond on a post-up.
Nice. Was able to reset himself.
Bullard, nice ball fake for the finger roll.
When you become a really good three-point shooter.
Yeah, I respect it. Griffin spins into a triple team. Blocked by Tice. They're going to call goaltending.
Drummond had found trouble early. Lawrence struck in the 3. Rebound Griffin. Leaps ahead to the big guy. Drummond the catch. In the basket. Hayward a pull up in the lane. Back rims it. Rebound to Galloway. Up ahead Griffin. Has he got an angle to the basket? Yes, he does.
So strong in the NBA in three-point shooting, so that really has not been working. The roll to the rim, nearly broken up. Now it will be chopped down by Griffin.
Same spot too, right there at the wing. We know how well Joe shoots above the break.
Griffin spins it on Dudley, fades and gets the roll. Here's Griffin, using the screen from Drummond. Kick, Brown, that's a 3. Count it. Smith using the screen from Griffin. Fend off. Dudley left him. Griffin makes him pay for 3. Sizes him up. Crosses. Gives it up baseline. Denied. Griffin got Hollis Jefferson. 3 on 5 right now, and nobody's there for Russell. He didn't know it, and he just went down hard. Turnover. Kick. Jackson a 3. Count it.
That's a big-time shift in momentum.
Griffin spins. Griffin drives. Scoop shot is good and a foul.
You watch him coming up the floor, and it's almost like a pinball.
50 seconds to play in the first half. Griffin to the cutter. Brown. Layup is good and 1. Griffin defended by Dudley. Hasn't shot it well. Jackson the pull-up. Nice touch. Russell, good find. Harris, ball fake. Harris driving, challenges Drummond, and he gives it away. Griffin to Brown, leans in, slam down on the follow. but they trail by 4. Griffin fakes on a 3, and Dudley rises up, and Griffin scores over him. They've gotten over the hump. Can they stay there? Griffin for the lead. Yes! Blake Griffin from long range. LeVert misses on the second. It's 114 to 112 Brooklyn. Griffin drives in. Griffin leans in and gets the roll. Griffin, screen, step back, buries it, a 3. Blake Griffin coming alive. Griffin using the Drummond screen. Stutter step, Griffin to the hoop, bank shot is good. Tough bucket for Blake Griffin.
Wilt. Pretty impressive, nice company. Back in the mid-60s as Griffin playing bully ball, that time on Simmons, and he gets the first bucket for Detroit. Amir Johnson, J.J. Redick, first time of the game, and that's the first Sixer turnover.
I like the idea, just wasn't able to connect.
J.J. Redick has more threes off the bench than anybody else in the NBA.
Well, the old saying is, Mark, as we see Blake Griffin's make another jump shot.
Well, Embiid is back. Markelle Fultz as well. Griffin having his way. 9th year from Oklahoma.
Now we need more spacing to get that done, but nice little nifty movement between the 3 men. Landry with a nice little flair and finish.
When all said and done, the Sixers lead by 22, and if that rings a bell, the Sixers led the Clippers by 22 the other night. Only to blow that lead. The presence of Wilson Chandler, the Sixers have yet another guy to guard Griffin, as you can hear the slap from here. It's a punishment taken by Galloway, and now he'll go to the line. Had an idea of getting it to Shamet in the corner. Mike Muscala 0 for 6 and 0 for 5 from beyond. Stanley Johnson gets 2 at the other end. Here on NBC Sports Philadelphia and the My Teams app. There is Griffin. It is for 3 and a foul. I think the foul may have been away from the play. 8th turnover to 9 for Detroit. Drummond, as Embiid went out to cover Griffin, Drummond was able to get his first points of the game. Simmons' 4th steal of the game. Matches a season high as Griffin gets 2 the other way. Drummond that time had charge on him and was able to connect, and Brett Brown has seen enough. Sixer lead, by the way, down to 11, as many as 24 in this game. Simmons on Griffin, who has his way. Griffin, no slouch. He's got 23.
No middle.
Saric trying to stand his ground on Griffin, and it's pretty tough to do when you're dealing with a guy who's a multiple All-Star.
Roger Murtaugh, right? Or Murdoch, I believe was his name.
Someone's gonna help me!
It's a nice play by Griffin to get it to Pachulia as well with 17. The Sixers up a dozen. That was Blake Griffin. Oh, by the way, he's got 27.
That's noteworthy.
Yep.
You know, other teams are paying attention to that too.
Yep. Trying to stand his ground against Blake Griffin. That's not easy. That came in the 3rd quarter with both Simmons and Embiid on the bench with personal foul difficulty. Griffin, high degree of difficulty to give him 31. Simmons, one of many who have dealt with Griffin, may have shuffled his feet there as Griffin gets 2 more.
And if you're Brett Brown, it's encouraging to see those signs because it's something to build on.
Griffin just bullies his way for 2 more.
It's 6-0 Miami.
Pistons have to be careful with that transition defense. Miami's looking to push it. You can see that clearly. They've got to get back and match up.
A 3 is through for Reggie Jackson. Of their latest loss, Eric Spoelstra was impressed with the way they finished. Looks like they're trying to start the same way. Pistons to Blake Griffin. You can't stop him. Reggie Jackson works against Richardson. Andre screens. Blake, long gun. Nico.
Nice. Good decision by Reggie Jackson.
Andre corrals it. Blake Griffin dishes to Glenn Robinson. Triple try, yes! Nice. It's through for 3. Dwayne Wade. Miami lost the basketball. Blake Griffin trying to force it ahead to Glenn Robinson on the break. Out of bounds off Miami. Langston Galloway to Blake Griffin. Turns, fires, fills it. Pick your poison.
Reserves, he earned every point of it, Jacks. Dwayne Wade by himself, the number 30 scorer in NBA history, and Heat fans have seen almost every one of those points other than a year and a half while he was gone.
Jose gives it up, gets it back, dishes to Blake Griffin. Glenn Robinson with a hanger, and he hits it!
Pretty shot.
Denny Johnson look right there.
And a difficult shot.
Just checked in for the Heat. To Dwayne Wade. Topside Dragic, bad pass, got away. Langston Galloway to Blake. Blake buries it. A nasty throwdown for Blake Griffin. He has 15. Blake Griffin against Justice Winslow. Clock at 7. Langston Galloway starting the second half. Fires and fills it. Bruce Brown. Off to Blake Griffin, clocks at 2. He'll have to fire, does, and fills it up. Wow. That's a backbreaker for the Heat. Blake screens for Reggie Jackson. Blake finds Langston Galloway, fires, fills it up. Red hot Langston Galloway gets the screen from Blake Griffin, gives it up to Blake, gets it back. Why not shoot it? He rises and guns, and it goes! Shot clock at 5 for Reggie. Blake against Wade, turns, fires, fills it up! He was out of shot clock, folks. Big time basket. Chase to the paint, topside Blake Griffin. They got Andre deep, dunks over Olynyk. Count that, baby, and a foul. 5 on Olynyk. Reggie lobs it to Blake, touched it up and in. 102-97, the lead's fouled down to 5.
Aaron Gordon missing the jump shot. Fans here in Orlando. Blake Griffin did his work early, sealed off Aaron Gordon. Tested jumper, rims out, rebounded by Griffin. Long throw ahead to Drummond. He makes a great catch and a soft touch. 10 points for Drummond. Drummond the rebound. Here come the Pistons again. 3-point shot from the corner. Boy, they have scored 7 points in a row after winning their first 4. Detroit. Griffin somehow came out of a crowd and put it in. Missed the layup. Augustine gets it back. Oh, he threw it right to Blake Griffin. T. Ross didn't know Griffin was lingering. Vucevic, that was his 3rd field goal attempt. Jackson. Griffin from the weak side. Terrell Martin.
Orlando 62, the Pistons 61. They go quickly to Blake Griffin, and he scores. Blake in double figures.
Oh, that was a moving screen that Griffin got away with, and then he shovels it in. Shot clock at 4. Griffin swishes a 3. His first 3-pointer tonight. Play the lead down to 6. 3rd quarter. Griffin on the fake. Driving 2-pointer by Blake Griffin. Time All-Star going to Gordon. Tough finish by Robinson.
We got to see the cutters coming in the weak side.
Now to Blake Griffin as the shot clock shows 6. Ball movement, Jackson with the 3, and he rainbows it home. Rebound to Griffin. Blake is 12th in the league in boards at 10.7, and right down the pipe to Drummond.
Well, see, that's what the classics bigs do.
Looking to get the big guy rolling from 3-point land. That is crucial to Hawks' success. A 3 on the wing for Reggie Bullock. They've hit 6 of 7. Trey's pass goes off the back of the leg of Bullock. Here comes Blake Griffin. He'll put it up there, and the lay-in is good by Robinson. Timeout Atlanta. Griffin leading the break. Drummond runs right to the rim. Griffin gives it up in the corner. Robinson 2 in a row from the same spot, and another timeout for the Hawks. Jackson inside to Griffin. Finds a wide open shooter at the top, and that's Reggie Bullock. Spellman, good hustle. Goes to get that loose ball after the good defensive play, then the Pistons get it right back. Top to Griffin. Vince defending. How about that pass? And Robinson hits a corner three.
What a pass by Blake Griffin.
Reggie back up top. Griffin in the middle to Drummond. Andre goes to work and puts it in with the left hand. Offensively, he scored only 5 tonight. Trae Young fakes behind the back, try to get it to Spellman, and the Pistons take it away.
Has not scored but 1 point.
But he's not even looking for a shot.
He's not. He really doesn't have to.
Lob to Drummond. Plumlee pops out, now retreats. Corner for Griffin, and that's a three. His first field goal of the night. Griffin gets out of a double, reverses an acrobatic move and foul. What a circus shot by Blake Griffin.
Billy Hernan-Gomez checks in for Charlotte. Langston Galloway for the Pistons. Gives to Blake Griffin. Why not? Inside against Kemba, who knocked the ball away. Blake saves it. Reggie from the corner for three, and it's through. Just rimming away. Long rebound comes to Langston. Gives it up to Blake Griffin. Now Reggie Bullock squares up and guns, and it goes. Chris topside Ish Smith. His pass is on the shot. Gives to Blake. Whirls across the lane. Baby hook. Hits it. Blake Griffin against Kid Gilchrist in front to Zaza. He makes the Hornets pay. Nice dish. And the Pistons lead him 22-21.
Let him get too much airspace.
Passed it great on Friday night in Atlanta. Had 9 dimes. Gives to Reggie Bullock here. There's another assist for Blake Griffin. Another triple for Reggie Bullock.
How long, man?
Zeller looks to Batum, gets the bounce back. Tried to go to the basket. Blocked by Blake Griffin. Jackson, shot clock at 10. Topside Blake Griffin. Reggie Bullock for three, and it's through.
5 for 5 from three-point land. Reggie Bullock.
Pistons have plenty of time. Blake Griffin with a quick deuce against Charlotte. Miles Bridges trying to check Blake Griffin. Baby hook, and he hits it. Down goes Zeller.
Corner deflected. Blake Griffin gives it up in the corner. Back over to Griffin with a shot clock at 4. He'll trigger the 3 and to make it. Blake Griffin. Leonard, 4 for 9 points, Leo.
Looks good, looks smooth, not forcing anything.
3-pointer is good.
And, you know, it's a long season. People say, hey, when's he going to play? He's going to play. He's going to have these opportunities.
And a great look for Moose, and it slips out of his fingertips. And Blake Griffin up top. Picked up in a trade last year with the Los Angeles Clippers. Backing in, spins, so strong. Raptors just 1 of 7 from 3. They're 20th in the league in 3-point percentage. And a layup for Griffin. I mean, how strong. He was pinned underneath the other side of the bucket and was able to find his way.
Well, we used to see that all the time against Jonas Valanciunas when he was in Milwaukee. Blake Griffin knocking one down.
To your point, last 3 games, Griffin averaging just 12 points. He's going to step out to the 3-point line, and he's feeling it now.
Yeah, see, that's the problem when a guy makes a few early on, but you got to contest them. That if you watch, just spend time watching him, you'd be amazed at how he plays this game.
Spinning. And a nice job by Griffin. You know, they haven't found their rhythm, their range from 3-point land. Griffin just powering.
Yeah,
that's
just all muscle right there.
5-second difference. Game clock, shot clock. Jackson has it batted away. Then it's knocked away. Lowry, Kawhi, and then knocked out of bounds. He's something else.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he's going to posterize people in the second half of the season. I guarantee it.
First half comes to a close, 65-53 into the front court. Here's Griffin, sidestep, and lays it up and in.
A nice move right there with the left. Always good to see Ed Stefanski.
Always great to see Ed Stefanski. He was with Brian Colangelo here. Here's Griffin with a 3. He's got 25. Raptors by 17. Jackson to Griffin. Here's Galloway.
You gotta like Galloway's game. He just comes in ready to fire.
Take it all the way to the basket. Van Vliet Blake Griffin, though, stays on the attack for the Pistons.
His legacy here, is cemented.
Yes.
Here's Griffin.
Well, and I think part of everything that happened post Dwayne Casey, that was established here. How you want to play, the toughness, the winning mentality.
And it's a work in progress in Detroit. Raptors get it right back. Talking to Derek Richardson, felt that he was fouled on that play. Griffin up fake. Turning the corner, Galloway, and now tightening up this game. It's a 6-point game. And Kyle stands in, makes those game-changing, and stepping out of bounds, stops with those charges. Griffin backing in on a kick out. Reggie Jackson back to Griffin. Griffin triggers it, and it goes.
Blake Griffin, clock at 5. Reggie Jackson for 3, and it's through. Pistons with a 1-point advantage, 5 minutes in. Blake Griffin gets a Reggie Jackson screen and stuffs.
Miscommunication, look at him.
So it's 16-13. Reggie Jackson scored as you were listening to Coach Drew. On the glide down the lane. Griffin got inside, finished it, and he was fouled.
Larry Nance back in the game, screens for him, gets a lob inside, intended for him. Zizic comes up with it, got it blocked. Stanley Johnson fights his way down the lane of the basket, lays it up, lays it in. Stanley Johnson inside to Blake Griffin. Great move to the hoop. Quick and powerful. Blake Griffin got Korver on him. Top side to Ish. The drive by Ish to the rim, lays it up, lays it in. That's Blake Griffin for a baseliner. He will dish it to Reggie Jackson for the long gun that goes. 4:07 to play in the half. Then Robinson finds Blake Griffin, rises and guns, it goes. Hands and then dropped.
Most occasions.
8 threes already, lobbed inside. Batted away from Nance Jr. Blake Griffin has it. Clock at 10. Reggie Bullock takes the bounce and drains it from just inside the long line.
Efficiency in the league. I mean, George, if they measure time possession on scores, he wouldn't have a high number.
Wow, go-ahead play to Blake Griffin.
Simple basketball.
With every game this team plays, Blake Griffin seems to mean more to them. Bank open for Reggie Bullock. Count that baby and a foul. Blake fires from the corner and fills it up. A Blake Griffin triple. Blake Griffin starts one way, back the other, and then back the other for a hook.
P.J. Tucker saw Drummond and almost had a heart attack. Blake Griffin alley-oop to Drummond. He was a true student of the game, a wonderful husband and father, and he'll be missed. We're sending all of our Rockets love to his wife, kids, and grandkids. He's just like a man playing with kids. Griffin has really expanded his game over the last 2 seasons. Pachulia also. That's pretty good, isn't it? Darn good. Blake Griffin across the middle, nothing there. Gets it outside for a 3. That's a good basket for the first time tonight. He's picked up by Capella by the free throw line. Lauer, pretty good shooter. Griffin puts up the 3. 39%. Griffin trying to get it around, gets it inside to Lauer, back to Griffin, who had been in that lane for a good...
Makes game easy when James Harden can break the defense down by himself.
There's just nothing to do about that. Blake Griffin to the basket. Griffin has a double-double tonight. Now he's trying to add to that. Shoots it over Hartenstein for 3. Rockets already in the penalty. And again, a 3 by Blake Griffin. Ish Smith. Back to Blake Griffin. Gets wide open and hits again. Well, Griffin can't miss. All right, let's see if Harden can slow down Griffin. Griffin gonna shoot it again, and he hits again. Unbelievable shooting.
Blake Griffin flips to Reggie Bullock. Gunning got it. His way.
His way, exactly. Slam dunking, finger rolling.
Gets it done. Blake Griffin against Tucker to the hole, off the square for a score. It's 9-4 Pistons. 7.5 left in the first. Blake Griffin stops, fires, fills it up.
Much penetration, whether it's down the middle, along the baseline. He's always ready, and he doesn't miss passes.
And then Robinson scores again for the Pistons. Now Blake Griffin against Harden. Backs him in. Turns toward the basket. Flips it up over Harden and Capella. And he scores. Big time hoop for Blake Griffin. Lobs it inside to Dre, who's got Harden on him down deep. Stole a basket there. Threw up a half scoop, and he didn't score it. Here comes Blake Griffin down the lane. Gets to the basket, lays it up, lays it in. Andre. Inside for Blake Griffin against Harden. Lays it up and in. Backs him. Bump, 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 gets to the basket, no. Tapped it in. Come on, blow the whistle. Blake saying. Blake trying to handle outside. Bump by Ennis, turns, fires. He fills it up! Blake Griffin with a triple with 2.6 seconds to play. Don't look now, but the Pistons have a 2-point lead.
That looked like it was going to be one-on-one for Chris Paul all the way up until it wasn't.
And Blake Griffin went by James Harden like a jet and threw it down to tie the score at 103. Capella's got Blake. And in the corner, Reggie Bullock for three, and it's through! Reggie Bullock's been quiet. Made a lot of noise right there. Harden gets a Tucker screen. Loses the ball. Ahead it goes to Blake Griffin for a dynamite dunk. Pistons 108. Houston 103. You looked at it in your game plan. Reggie Jackson still hot.
But what it reminds me of was the play the Pistons pulled off to win the game in Toronto.
Maybe they looked at that. Dre powers it up again and in. Cut to the basket. Reggie Bullock got it from Blake Griffin for the score. Blake Griffin was single coverage. Was Warren, took him inside and hit the hook.
I'm surprised they didn't.
That was easy. Blake Griffin against Booker. Bridges comes to double. Reggie Jackson open, launches the three, and it's through.
Blake Griffin can get 10 assists in this game the way they're playing him.
Josh Jackson is 6'8". Reggie Bullock behind a Blake Griffin screen, and he long guns it home. 55-47. Blake Griffin draws the double team, finds his buddy Andre for an easy hook. 34 seconds to play in the half. They'll go to Blake Griffin, spins to the lane, to the rim, hooks and hits. Thought he was fouled.
He is already at 24 tonight.
Blake Griffin, who could score off to Reggie Bullock, and he triples from the wing. And missing with Bridges, and the Pistons bring it the other way. Alley-oop, nice play. Blake Griffin to Dre for a dunk. Blake Griffin draws a double team. Stanley Johnson thinking about it, now fires, fills it.
And really, you're disciplined.
Most NBA career points by anybody from the University of Michigan. Jamal Crawford just went over 19,000 earlier in this ballgame on Booker. Reggie Jackson by himself, buries it. He knew it when he let it go. They get a takeaway. And Stanley Johnson makes the Phoenix Suns pay with the long gun. Blake Griffin against Ayton. He'll drive it into him to the basket and score it.
Blake will play the big man position.
McAdre strategy forced Blake Casey to take him out. Blake Griffin against Ayton, shoots over the rookie, sticks it. On the perimeter against Ayton, gives it up, gets it back for the 24, squares up, guns and it goes.
Closing time.
Rocks the dribble. Turn and gun. Goes! Blake Griffin lights out. Double team. Reggie Jackson, 3 for the top side. 3 and it's through. And the Pistons are on the board and they lead them by 1. Makes it 13-5. Blake's got Varmley against him. Turnaround, high glass gun goes. Pistons needed that. Andre screens for Blake, fakes the pass, takes the shot, hits it, count that baby and a foul.
But he's busy prepping for North Carolina. Understandable.
I think they come to Ann Arbor tomorrow. Blake Griffin with the turn and gun, it goes. I think everybody in the gym thought he walked. Reggie Jackson with a long gun. In and out and back in again. Certainly his popularity continues to rise here in the Motor City. Takes it to the lane, hooks, and hits over 7-1 Mitchell Robinson. Reggie Bullock moves up to small forward, and the bigs are still there. Ish lobs Blake Griffin, touches it up and in. Robinson lost the handle. Andre to Blake Griffin. Blake down the lane to the rim, lays it up, lays it in. He knew nobody was going to be able to stop him. That's a runaway freight train drive right there. You like to have your two-way guy leading the team in scoring. Blake Griffin to the lane. Shot is up, off glass and good. Count that baby and a foul.
This is within range. This game is up for anybody.
Far from over. Blake Griffin, though, right down the highway for a jam. Blake. Stanley Johnson, corner gun goes. Stanley with a triple.
So the Pistons will get 14 new seconds here.
Blake Griffin hooks it inside and gets Bruce Brown a jam. Blake Griffin on Vonleh. Blake with a great up and under, lays it in. The score here. Blake Griffin against the rookie knock. Stanley Johnson takes the pass, drains the deuce, has 20. Now have 12 on the clock. Reggie Jackson gets it back. A long 3 is through. Pistons by 7, 15-8. Blake Griffin stops, fires, fills it. A triple for Blake. Blake gets it back. Facing Parker. Clock at 5. Step back gun goes for Blake. Blake Griffin against Parker. Into the corner. Reggie Bullock, and he buries it. Curry's been out. He'll be back tomorrow. Did you say it would have been better with Steph Curry than without? Reggie Bullock back to Blake across the lane, running hook, hits it.
Basket.
Reggie Jackson gets a Blake Griffin screen, shot clock running out. Blake will send it and score it from downtown. Andre screens for Reggie Jackson. Blake Griffin with a show and go, and a scoop and a score. Pistons needed that. Reggie Bullock got a screen, takes it to the rim, lays it up, lays it in.
Nice.
6 in the third is Wendell Carter Jr. Blake to the basket against him. That's on the way down. Hands it off to Carter Jr. Off the glass, no. Finally missed a shot. Pistons rush it up to Blake against Levine. Scores it. Count that baby and a foul. Arcidiacono off to Jabari Parker. Missed from point blank range. Blake Griffin to Andre. Alley-oop dunk. Reggie Jackson, long gun, goes.
That's a nice little icebreaker that everybody can use.
51 2 nights ago. Blake Griffin against him. Nice show and go move and tomahawks it down. Shot clock's inside 5 for Blake Griffin. Across the lane, running hook, and he hits it.
Nice. Took a look up at that shot clock and told himself it's time to go.
Blake Griffin gives it up to Reggie Bullock. Corner 3 is through.
A fadeaway corner 3 at that. That's a tough shot there.
Blake Griffin to Reggie Bullock. Reggie beat at the basket, lays it up, lays it in.
He spent some time in Oklahoma. It gets cold there.
There he is on cue. Nice move inside for big Blake Griffin. Reggie Jackson down the lane, hooks on the run and hits.
He's really good at
this. Some breathing room now to Dre. Blake Griffin by himself fakes the 3, spins and guns, and gets it. Way outside to Blake Griffin, gunning for 3, and it's through. He knew it when he let it go. We can certainly see it from here. Draymond Green could be back very soon for Golden State, so really only playing with 3 of their starting 5 right now. Reggie Jackson from the sideline triples for the Pistons. They let him have it, and he hit it. Got Steph Curry on him, 5 on the clock. Takes him to the paint, half hook, and he hits it.
He's just too big. Too big, too strong. That time he took advantage of it against Looney.
Pistons got a takeaway. Blake to the rim, lays it up, lays it in. Get Boogie Cousins back after the holidays. Blake Griffin, top side, 3 is through. New shot clock this year, goes already inside 10. Nice cut inside by Glenn Robinson, got the pass and scored it. It's 14-8. The Thunder with a lead. Blake Griffin from the corner, and he triples. 16-11 Oklahoma City.
That's a tough make on the run to get it off the glass that accurately.
Andre powers it up and in on the other end. He has 6.
Westbrook,
oh yeah,
make it happen.
Blake Griffin pulls his way inside against Patrick Patterson. And we get a hoop and a foul.
But the presence of Russell Westbrook lurking took that option away.
Westbrook's bounce gets away from Adams. Blake Griffin on the run. Keeps it away from Grant. Grant with a screen. Westbrook, blind bounce inside for Grant, but Blake Griffin's there for the swipe. They'll go to Blake against Jeremy Grant. Blake to the basket, shots around and down. Count that baby and a foul. 3:43 to play in the half. Paul George to the basket, falls. Glenn Robinson the other way. Nice bounce to Reggie Jackson, got him in rhythm, and he drained it from downtown. Galloway with a screen. That's Westbrook guarding Griffin. Blake to the basket for the score. 44-35. Blake Griffin against Patterson. Powers it up and in. There was contact, no call. It's 46-37. 50-37. 5 seconds to play in half. Blake Griffin guns. It goes from behind the long line.
Emphasis on helping each other.
And somebody's always coming to help. Blake Griffin for 3, and it's through. Over Adams from the top against Grant. Inside, and Glenn Robinson with a point-blank score. Blake Griffin trying to do something about it against Jeremy Grant. Inside for Dre and a deuce.
Defending the easy shot, pushing each team into something they don't want.
The first play for the Bucks typically scripted. You saw Malcolm Brogdon miss from the elbow.
Reggie Jackson inside to Blake Griffin. Langston Galloway from the perimeter rattles it home for 3, and the Pistons did need that.
1 or 2 couldn't make it go, but that's a very alert play, as you talked about. Giannis sees all of his teammates.
Three-pointer, Brooke Lopez. Blake Griffin.
And that's something the Bucks had changed early in this season.
We've seen that so often over these many years. Blake Griffin takes it in to score.
Stanley, welcome to Detroit and Milwaukee and winter. You're not in Arizona anymore.
Blake Griffin drives. He has 8 points. Is misinterpreted as criticism, and you always have to work through that. Well, little tip by Drummond.
Boys, an enjoyable moment for me to talk to him prior to the game. Guess who?
Blake Griffin.
Bigs on the really fancy passes, but then they find out how hard it is to be a globetrotter because they're like, I need some type of different shape for this. But it was really good. They did really good. They scored a 4-pointer.
Well, Bledsoe is a tremendous penetrator. I've said now 3 times in this game that if Ish is hurting, that's a problem. But that guy right there has become
sellouts in 13 games at Fiserv Forum.
Hey, people want to come down here. It's thrilling. Excellent pass inside. Good off-ball movement by Detroit.
Giannis working against Griffin. Pushed one toward the rim, hit the front. Blake Griffin, another 3. He is 3 for 5 and has 20 points.
Do it in the half court. He's one of them.
18 points for Bledsoe. It must be nice as Griffin scores to be Bledsoe and say, go ahead, take this one down. I'll get mine in a minute. 25 points for Eric Bledsoe. He's been on some kind of a roll. A 12-0 Milwaukee run. Reggie Jackson gets the 3 back.
I think that was only the second time they went into the paint.
14-year veteran, 37 years old, Jose Calderon. Three-pointer, Blake Griffin.
Well, that, I keep saying it tonight, but I've got to keep saying.
7 assists Saturday at New York. Tonight, 27, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. Inside, Blake Griffin. Came out to the break on the three-point line. Thon Maker. Falls in the pass, then loses.
Drives, can't finish. Griffin the rebound. Blake Griffin goes right at Amir Johnson. Bank shot is good. I mean, that's got to stun you, even though you know this is part of the profession, as he backs down and lays it up and in. But he says, you know what? He's moved on. Drummond has Simmons on him. How about that? Your point guard has got the size, but not the strength that time.
University of Wisconsin. He hasn't found necessarily his footing yet. I can't wait to see what he might be.
Good footing there from Blake Griffin off the offensive rebound on the missed free throw. Griffin, double team, finds inside to Brown. Brown banks it in.
He's giving you, Mr. Brown, excuse me, he's giving him good minutes, Mike. Battling on the defensive end, hustles to get that board, and his hustle means Jose Calderon gets an open shot.
Jackson back out to Blake Griffin. Galloway has a little room, knocks down the 3.
He's starting to get there. He's starting to shoot it over the last several games, Mr. Galloway.
Won at Toronto, beat Golden State, as mentioned, beat Philly earlier. As Griffin banks it home, a lot of contact on that.
Yeah, but Mike, you're right, it could be an M1.
Griffin gets away, inside. Blake Griffin continues an outstanding first half. T.J. McConnell with a big boost, 10 points off the bench. They shot 48% as Robinson knocks down the three-pointer. Nice turnaround after they missed their first 6. Pass inside, Brown lays it up and in. Good pass from Blake Griffin. That's 6 assists for Griffin. Chandler on Griffin. Griffin finds some room, gets inside for a layup. What a turnaround. Detroit had a 6-point lead here in this fourth quarter. Griffin goes to the basket, misses. The follow is good.
Score, and he can pass the ball.
20 points a game he can score.
Blake Griffin scores there. To Solomon Hill, and on the pass back inside for Meritage, Langston Galloway gets a steal. Pistons deep to Blake Griffin, hooks it, hits it.
That was so easy.
Bunch of feeds for Holiday. Blake Griffin backs in on Meritage, using that brute strength. He hooks and hits. 25-18. Drew Holiday down the lane. Langston Galloway batted it around, but E'Twaun Moore ends up with it. Blake Griffin Runs up the hook and he hits it.
We're very appreciative of his gifts and blessings.
Jose Calderon way outside. Blake Griffin, long three, it's through. One of those shots you need maybe to stop a losing streak. Quick pass from Holiday. Found him all by himself. Blake Griffin with a deuce inside on a reverse.
Who found him, George? Plus 67, which is third in the NBA in this quarter. So you've got to be ready to go.
Blake Griffin catch and shoot. Triple.
That helps.
Reggie Jackson whips the pass to Blake Griffin. Over Randall for three, and it's through. Blake Griffin against Julius Randle. Takes it to the wing and triples again. They're up 16. Just under 5 to play in the third. Blake Griffin for three, and it's through.
Stealing it.
And hoping for a Piston comeback. It's now 83-69. Blake Griffin will help you out in that area. Lays it up, lays it in. And a foul called on Mirotic. Blake Griffin with a head of steam. Passes on the three. Langston with a finger roll, fills it up. 4-point game.
Last field goal, 10 minutes, 53 seconds of this quarter, George. It's been a while.
Blake looking for one here, hooks and hits. And they don't call a travel there. It's a 6-point New Orleans lead, 31 points for Blake Griffin. Still time, 2 minutes left. Blake Griffin screens for Reggie Jackson. Blake inside, Dre, and a dunk. 109-104. Pistons are down 10. Blake Griffin with the drive, lays it up, lays it in.
Seen that a lot lately. Embiid missed 2 years. Simmons missed a year. Wow, Blake Griffin didn't do that a lot his rookie year. It's the first shot taken by Kemba, who played almost 5 minutes. Drummond, he's a big man down there, and he scores in the left hand.
Bully ball by Drummond. That was a made-up mind, and I'm going to get a shot. He's made 3 threes in the last 2 games.
Now up to 42 made threes. Reggie Jackson answers with a triple of his own. Cody, and look at that dive! A beautiful pass to Lamb, who can't convert. How did Cody see that angle? Blake Griffin score the goal and a foul. Chance for a 3-point play.
Early in this quarter, and then just out-hustle Drummond on the offensive end.
Blake Griffin, pretty move. He's still pretty bouncy at 29 years of age. Griffin got the benefit of the doubt. Dale, the Hornets have taken 22 shots. Stops with Griffin, who wants to go one-on-one. Just great hands. Andre Drummond, he's got his vice grips.
Yeah, he's a strong guy.
Bruce Brown back on the floor for Detroit. Griffin. Pretty nice move. Wow. The moves of a ballet dancer to split the double team. Kennard, a whole bunch of nothing. 0 for 5 shooting the basketball. Nope. No longer the case. He's off. And Kemba did not get the whistle he wanted. Blake Griffin capitalizes. First 2 points of the second half go the way of the Pistons.
Contesting that little shot. Cody just missed.
Griffin got it over to the rookie Brown.
Very rare. I think that was because Bullock had a 5-game suspension.
Blake Griffin hits a 3, and this is the largest lead for Detroit. Got blocked by the equipment, as Steve Martin would say. Luke Kennard. It's Tony time. Griffin straight on 3.
Good God. Yeah, had to catch that one down around the kneecap.
In the first quarter. Shot clock down to 4. Lamb lost that on the way up. Griffin pulled it away, and it's Detroit basketball. Kemba
top side to Blake Griffin. Working against Tatum. Blake gives it up. Reggie B knocks it down. Blake Griffin shovels to Luke Kennard. He fires, he fills it.
I like the offense. I mean, it is moving, zipping. And Dave Collins was the league MVP that year.
Two great guys. Blake Griffin fires topside and fills it up. Pass goes to Jose Calderon, whips it inside to Blake Griffin. Backs in, up fake, baby hook, hit it. Rozier's pass picked off by Blake. Lobs it. And John Lure delivers the dunk. Rozier stopped and go off the high glass, no. Hustle down, rebound, Langston Galloway. Blake Griffin fakes the pass, lays it up, lays it in. Pistons 50, Boston 46. Langston Galloway dribbles into the shot, knocks it down. Count that, baby, and a foul. 6 for 9 for Kyrie Irving. Blake Griffin, block at 10 against Marcus Morris. Gets to the basket for a score. Blake Griffin turns to the basket, lays it up, lays it in. Nobody can guard Blake.
Recognizing where people were defensively, Tatum had a wide open look.
Reggie Bullock to the basket, off the glass with the gun on the run.
You okay, George?
Yeah, how about you, Gregory?
I'm hanging in there.
Blake Griffin's hanging in there too. A show and go move for the big guy. Blake Griffin backs in on Marcus Morris, playing him with 4 fouls. Fake to the lane, back to the baseline, hooks it up, hits it. Andre whips it, Reggie Bullock to Luke Kennard. Blake Griffin hands it off to Dre. Spoon feed for a dunk. Pistons to Blake against Jaylen Brown. Backs in, fakes the pass, ducks in, and scores! Count that, baby, and a foul. Lob by Reggie Bullock. Doesn't get there, but Reggie will get it back outside. Turn, fire, and fill it up. Dribble hands to Luke Kennard. Screen for Reggie B. Turns, fires, fills it up. Blake against Giannis. Backs on him, draws a double team. Reggie B for 3, and it's through. 3 for 3 out of the gate for Reggie Bullock. It's 8-2 Pistons. Blake Griffin 2-time. Reggie Jackson, rainbow 3 is through. 15-14.
You saw it a lot when he was in college.
Pistons down deep, and he'll have trouble with Blake Griffin, that's for sure. Bledsoe with the drive. Shot's going to be short. Hit the floor hard. Pistons are 5 against 4. Luke Kennard, topside triple try, bang! It is through for 3, and it's 23-19. Andre screens. Reggie finds Blake Griffin for a corner gun. It goes.
Well, maybe that gets
10 for Adetokunbo. Reggie Bullock gets a couple of screens, gets his shot blocked from behind by Middleton, who fouled him.
Bucks are scoring easy right now, and the Pistons are not.
Except for that guy. Reggie Bullock has had a night. Bledsoe's back, drives it, scoops it, no. Rebound, Luke Kennard. Ahead to Blake Griffin, head of steam, down the lane, the basket. Dynamite dunk, took out some frustration there.
I'll say.
And the Pistons are within 9. Bledsoe missed the 3. Pistons boarded. Blake Griffin to the basket, deep to Andre for a dunk. Biggest lead. Blake Griffin from the corner. He hits it. Nice dish inside for George Hill. Missed on the scoop, though. Blake Griffin way up for Langston Galloway. Lays it up, lays it in.
Something easy, and it hasn't been enough of that if you're the Pistons.
Brown from the perimeter, misfires. Tracking that rebound down was Adetokunbo, but he lost it. Blake Griffin head. Stanley Johnson jams. Suddenly it's an 8-point game with 1:27 to play in the third. Still has it against Brown. Pitches it inside. John Lure lays it in. 4-point game, folks.
Milwaukee on Monday night at their arena. Blake Griffin missed 2 potential tying three-pointers in the final 14 seconds of that game, and Griffin gets the putback for the first points here tonight. Horrid from the free throw line his first couple of years in the league.
Yes, of course.
And he's always been able to hit that shot. The second turnover tonight by Minnesota.
Yeah. So 2 turnovers on the night. Blake Griffin.
He can still do that. Drummond is 8th rebound of the half.
He had 7 points early and 0 since. Derrick Rose just took a charge on Blake Griffin and no call. Really good in the paint. He's got all of his points have come in the painted area.
Blake Griffin, the attack and finish, and it's back to a 6-point game. Timmons here in the second half.
Great screen by Josh Gibson's talking about it too. Reggie Jackson.
San Diego.
Come on, Cub.
Griffin with the 3.
Wow.
Griffin finds Bullock in the corner, and he's got another made 3. That's his 5th triple of the game. 2 of 4 tonight. Drummond off the feed from Blake Griffin. Scott Brooks in D.C. last year. As Covington unable to get it to go. Pistons looking to get a bucket in transition. They get it up to Griffin and count the bucket. It was going to go through anyway. But
late first-round guy. What a pick he's been. And using the process to get it done.
He's going to get called for the foul here, though, before the shot. Covington gets knocked to the ground. He's still on the floor. And Covington clearly shaken up.
Minnesota in scoring.
Towns with a block.
You'd like to be able to control that, but it still was pretty awesome.
Griffin 3.
You got to understand who the hot players are there for Detroit. Get on them. You can't leave them open.
Rose, wild shot. No. Taj Gibson gets the Wolves a second chance.
For Covington Saric. It passes the eye test too.
Bullock with the 3. Shot clock down to 7. Griffin pulls up for 3 and
he buries that one.
Sure does. Crucial time.
I mean, one of the benefits of having Carl on the perimeter is you keeping Andre Drummond away from the basket instead of leaving Blake Griffin open, which isn't a good idea. Reggie Jackson on his heels.
Bullock gives it up for Griffin. Extra pass. Jackson, open look, and Detroit takes the lead.
It was a week ago against Detroit. Nick Batum had a real good game. It was on his 30th birthday. Blake Griffin, count it, and a foul.
MKG pulled it away and still able to keep his rhythm.
Hornets forgot about Pachulia. Of the night. Batum, creative pass, and a steal by Griffin. 3-on-1.
First 3 guys.
Blake
on the work right here again. You gotta dig down, bring a double. Especially the Pistons only 1 of 13 from 3. I love the way he protects it when he gets in traffic.
Just so big, 250 pounds of Blake Griffin coming at you. Again, Griffin backing in against MKG. Just the strongest man on the floor at times. And I'm with 2 of them. Rex Chapman, newest member of our team. And of course, Del Curry. Rex, welcome. You did a great job pregame show. Really thought you seem comfortable already with that comedy.
Your point guard should not take the ball out of bounds.
Right. Rex, you have some background knowledge with Dwayne Casey, am I correct?
I do. Yeah.
Reggie Bullock up and through. You played when he was an assistant at Kentucky.
You got to respect his game. He gives it every night. He's just like the Energizer Bunny out there, and when he gets it going, he can kick them in.
And bully ball works for Blake Griffin. Griffin, shot clock down to 5. Calderon left alone. Yeah, the Spaniard hits big shots in his life. Now the offense will run through Griffin. Day off tomorrow. Game on Sunday in Boston against the Seas. Jackson. And the Pistons not dead yet. 22 for the captain. And Blake Griffin, just some prehistoric basketball. Marvin trying to defend with 5 fouls. Let's Blake Griffin go.
Blake's got Carter on him. Much stronger to the basket, reverses and scores. Jose Calderon to Blake Griffin, deep to Dre for a dunk.
Layup with defensive pressure on him, and the ball barely touched the net as it went through.
Blake Griffin powers his way to the basket and scores. Blake Griffin with Bazemore on him, turns to the basket, scores, count that baby, and a foul. Long rebound to Reggie Jackson. Blake Griffin, same corner, same shot, this one's down. Andre missed it both. Hawks rush it up, there goes Young to the lane, to the basket. Pass, a wild one, gets away. Pistons should have numbers here. Blake Griffin fouled by Carter. Blake Griffin gets an Andre screen. Topside Reggie Jackson. This for 3 and it's through. That could be a huge hoop.
You ever heard anything like that, George?
Oh, sir. Langston Galloway. Go to the basket there. Floating gun, it falls.
That'll be vital for them tonight. Oh, yeah. Griffin. Drummond off to a good start. Griffin lobby.
Oh, he had his man sealed totally that time.
Griffin for 3. Nice. Hit about 34% from downtown. Griffin spinning, floating, filling it up, and 1 to come.
Making up for it tonight.
There is. Galloway from 17. That's a good start for Langston Galloway.
Yeah, it sure is, and it's affecting a lot of kids
and a lot of people, not just kids. 4 on the shot clock. Nice spinning move by Griffin. He wanted it and one, didn't get it. Wall. Griffin with a steal. That one's through. Jackson, nice look to Griffin. Let's hope he gets hot. And a steal by Jackson. Nice dump off. Timeout, Scott Brooks.
I appreciate that.
Deal had it blocked by that all-star Andre Drummond. 3-on-2 for Detroit. Brown will take it himself and finger roll it down. A 12-0 start to the third. Jackson for 3. Splash. On the floor, Greg. His 1 point coming obviously at the free throw line.
Yeah.
Brown with a touch. That's an offensive goal. That's a goaltending against Mahinmi. Tricky move by Griffin. Yes! How about Blake Griffin catching some heat here? Four to shoot. Griffin. Hoist from 16. Nice. Nothing but cord on that pretty looking stroke. 22 turns. Wall. Threw it away. A good row and the Calgary Flames. Sedorensky had it blocked by Griffin. Bullock up ahead and a highlight jam.
Totally agree with you. And still think that he should be. I just don't know if enough people get to watch Pacer games outside of our region.
Blake Griffin has his first basket. $15. Check it out at Pacers.com/game night special. And here's the 3 from Griffin.
This is the shot. Telling you, I've had more people, Chris, in the last 2 days talk about us and the ability to be able to watch some really good basketball, and that's what we're really fortunate to do.
There.
Listen to you. Is that an analysis? Listen to you, partner. Go with it.
Analysis there, net.
You call that one net. First of all, Chris, I know the Pacers scored 129 the other night, but the Pacers are now looking at 154 points already here in the first half.
20. Had a 13-point first quarter lead. Jackson has 10. Here at home, giving up just 97 points per game. I mean, in this NBA now, if you give up less than 100, Galloway has averaged 20 in his last 2 games. As Griffin again from 3.
Too many opportunities. A non-factor, not letting you get early post-up position, and that makes a big difference.
And a 3-point shot by Reggie Bullock. There is a certain someone, Quinn, who is not among that list.
No, Victor's actually had a reasonably tough night and hasn't been part of it. Sabonis was just patient enough to find Thad for the dunk. Oh, he traveled.
This is the final Central.
Griffin against Gordon. Shot clock down to 5. Reggie Bullock a 3. And a foul on Evan Fournier does the rest.
Vooch hunting that basketball. Great screen set on Andre Drummond to free him up.
Griffin knocks down a 3. That's their second 3. In the rebound. Reggie Bullock. Vucevic defended by Griffin. The pass is deflected. Griffin. Boy, Gordon has just been great against him again. Jackson for 3. Double team comes. Griffin splits the 2 defenders and gets to the line. Fournier matched up against Griffin on a switch. Double team help comes. And Drummond slides in to receive the pass for an easy 2 points. You don't have to give me a gift.
Okay.
It's not that kind of a
Oh, okay. Well, that's what the read was, right? It's the perfect gift for the holiday season.
Griffin bumped. And a foul on Gordon. Into the lane. Nothing there. Bullock firing for 3. Rifles it in.
I think Brooke didn't do a good enough job sealing Andre Drummond on the play.
Great pass inside to Blake Griffin.
That possession.
Blake Griffin had a triple-double the last time these teams met. Another rifle pass to the same side, left side of the basket. This time Reggie Jackson is there. Well, Marcus, winning is fun.
Well, yeah, and give the coaching staff for the atmosphere they create.
The Bucks also have not lost to the same team twice this season. Blake Griffin, another three-pointer, this one from above the break.
Yeah, and style of play, that's the call. But the way Chris Middleton reacted, you would think that the ball was at least slightly deflected.
Blake Griffin. And you're right, that's about the time that DJ Wilson started to show something. Now, Blake Griffin had a triple-double that night, but the thing you have to remember, another 3, this one by Reggie Bullock. Missed shot by Bruce Brown Jr. Middleton has it. While Chris was struggling offensively recently, Brook Lopez gets into the mix. Good double team to seal Blake Griffin right at the rim. He had to back out. And he gets by Thon Maker. They're going to count that. And the foul is on Maker. Deep catch. Rebound and put back.
A rookie hadn't played a lot this year. Bledsoe breaks him into the NBA.
Three-point make, Blake Griffin. Reggie has a pair of personal fouls. Bledsoe working with Giannis. Ball knocked away. It finds its way to Brook Lopez.
34% from the three-point line, where you have to honor that.
Blake Griffin got hit, finds Drummond. That was not an easy shot against Bullock. But he hit it, 13 points, 6 of 10 for Middleton. 3-point make, Blake Griffin. Griffin is 4 for 8 on triples. And then a miss.
Yeah, kind of an afterthought after he had given up that inside position on the offensive rebound.
Kennard got inside the arc to score. Griffin follows up to score.
Griffin for 3. He hit 4 last night. He's had 10 games this year. Continuing to light it up, 3 for 3. Smith is out with a right adductor tear as Blake Griffin with deep position puts it up in the franchise record with 23 threes made. Oh, what a great pass from Blake Griffin. And Griffin will reset.
They love to run a big to big screen as Blake Griffin able to knock down that 3. And the thing about him, his partners, he's able to do it at line here in this first quarter.
Gasol unable to latch on. Griffin speed dribble, one-on-one with Temple. The back of the net. Bullock back in the ball game. Griffin, scoop and score. Griffin with a spin away. Bullock for 3, put it in. Grizzlies shooting 8 of 11 in the quarter, but the lead is just 2.
No tired legs at this point.
Griffin, and they're going to draw a foul on Jaren.
To muscle him around.
Jump ball won by the Pistons. Brown for 3. Bruce Brown.
All that he is capable of doing. We knew that he had the slow moves to the basket, but now the shots also. Blake Griffin muscles his way to the front of the rim for an offensive rebound.
Whatever you can do to make Detroit uncomfortable offensively is always a good thing. And then Jaren loses it against the defense of Blake Griffin.
A little tape on that left shoulder that we haven't seen.
Correct. Reggie Jackson hits the triple.
11 3-point makes.
Conley goes to the bench. You had mentioned the fact that there was physio tape on his left shoulder as Griffin swoops to the hoop. And it looks like there's been a little bit more applied to his left shoulder. Griffin. Griffin. 19 for Griffin. Conley guards Griffin, who backs him down. Galloway for 3, put it in. 13 triples for Detroit.
On a nightly basis and still be the best that you can be.
Galloway turns the corner and banks it in. Langston Galloway. Steady dive of Blake Griffin from Detroit. Just too big, too strong.
His energy here is hopefully being able to rub off on his teammate.
Kennard, a wide open 3, and of course it goes in. That's 15 triples for Detroit. Griffin guarded by Conley. 23 for Blake Griffin. He's a much better basketball player all around than he was in LA. Gets that one to drop in. And the Grizzlies down 14.
Blake Griffin screens for Reggie Jackson, gets it behind the back, bounce back, and triples! Crowder to forecourt. Jay Crowder, pass topside, picked off by Blake Griffin. Blake into exit to the basket, off the high glass, and he hits it. Jose Calderon with penetration baseline to John Lure, missed it. Tapped up and in by Blake Griffin. Pistons' biggest lead, the 18-pointer after 1. Jose Calderon launches. He hits it!
Comes at a good time.
Calderon has it with the clock at 7. Blake with the clock at 6. Back to Jose to the basket for the score. Speaking of crafty.
In that situation, but Blake made that shot, even though it was point blank, George, very difficult.
Blake to the basket on the other end, so he makes a play on one end and on the other. Blake Griffin wants to get it back. 3 seconds, 2, rises and goes in, goes! As time runs out in the first half.
Did it in the second quarter, starting to do it here in the third.
Sure did. Reggie Bullock, pump fake, step up, gun and goal. Nice. Got that solid stroke tonight. Rubio to the lane again. In front for Favors, pass too high. Bruce Brown. Blake Griffin lays it up, lays it in. Blake Griffin almost lost it. Shot clock down to 2, have to fire. And he fills it up!
No problem.
For Blake against Favors. Big time strength matchup there. Favors makes it a tough shot, but Blake on the follow fills it up. 2 for 7. It's 68-59. The Pistons with the lead. Andre breaks to the basket, throws it down. Here's Jose Calderon into the post to Blake Griffin against Crowder. Hooks and hits.
I like the idea that he went fast in the game against Toronto.
Luke Kennard accepts the screen, fires and fills it. Korver was absolutely drilled on the screen. They've scored 10 straight. Blake Griffin trying to do this by himself. Turns and fires, fills it up. Blake comes to get it against Crowder, clock at 5. Blake to the basket for the score. Blake Griffin gets a screen from Andre. Gets to the corner, gets to the lane, hooks and hits! 2-point game. 7 for 39 in the paint since that first quarter. Pistons go to Blake Griffin, corner gun goes! They get a 3 and it's a 1-point game with 14.6 to play.
So your habits don't change because the best player in the world puts on purple and gold.
Bullock nails a 3. But Mark, don't you think it's harder for guys like Lonzo Ball and Brandon Ingram, who sometimes are better with the ball in their hands? Who was a Piston fan growing up in Flint, Michigan, has 6 points. Griffin doing work on the low block. Josh Hart too strong. Lakers shooting just 40%. Griffin splits the double team and gets the layup. Paint the entire game and they have the lead. Bullock drives and finishes beautifully off the window.
Since of LeBron James. And you talked about it, played for the Pistons and played well for them.
Bullock from Griffin. Here's Ingram in the lane. Goes to the left, blocked by Andre Drummond. Lakers up 6, 4.5 to go here in the second quarter. Griffin on the attack to the rim.
Of the Celtics last year with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum and the things that they did effectively, and my goodness, grown man move by Blake Griffin.
Griffin for 3, got it. His first 3-pointer of the game, 87th of the year. Free throws good for Kuzma, 22 points. 10-point lead for the Lakers. Again, they led by as many as 13 in the first half. Maybe Reggie Jackson starts to get it going here. Jerry Stackhouse, former Piston in the early 2000s. Here's Blake Griffin. Good on a 3. And it's an 8-point game. Timeout, LA.
As a scorer and playing as a willing passer.
He was the second pick in the draft behind Derrick Rose back in 2008. Stevenson working the paint. Beasley couldn't handle that pass. Griffin with a head of steam. Here's Galloway. He's been...
Reggie Bullock. The wraparound to Blake. He'll shoot the 3. Challenged by Gallinari and knock it down. Considered him, you know, a friend, his mom and his dad and his brother and all that. Steve Ballmer, you talk about how classy he was, leading the applause a moment ago. Harrell can guide it home. Another rebound for Drummond. Griffin charged to the goal. I think Blake's fired up. He's 11 points in 7.5 minutes.
God, a couple of days ago, about sometimes when your long range shot is not clicking, get to the basket and it helps your shot.
Griffin flushes another. He has a huge 14-point first quarter in his homecoming game.
And Montrezl Harrell is just destroying the rim.
See if they can control Griffin better now than they did in the first. That's nice job using the glass. 3-point ball game. Patrick's last 7 games above 50%. Griffin of a one-man wrecking crew for the Pistons. But Patrick didn't come up with it. 4 in the shot clock. Griffin steps back to 3-point land. Bingo! Man, I'd say he's got it going. That's his third 3-ball of the game. Points for Blake.
Well, I know he's familiar with these rims here, but I didn't know he was familiar with the three-point line that much.
Great job by Griffin. He got the block. Coordinator Rex Kalanian says that this guy, Avery Bradley, is unstabbable. That's not really a word, but it tells everything. He's a look.
Yes.
Bullock all the way to the basket. Got the roll. Well out there to shadow him. Bullock steps in for the three ball. Bingo. 11. A lot of points here for the Pistons. Thrown away by Gallinari.
To get going.
And he can't have a 3-point second half for him. Griffin got the bounce. Whoa.
25 times. 50% from the field, Ralph.
Oh, me, oh my, a flashback.
Wow.
Blake Griffin. Bullock to Griffin. Griffin against Harris. Back and down. Muscling his way in. Little bully ball. Nicely done. Griffin in the corner. Nice job. Griffin one-on-one with Gallinari. Shoots from the corner. Bingo. Man, oh man, that's a big-time shot. 3. They finally catch him. Clippers last led at 5-3. 15-5 run. Oh, that's a big-time 3 ball by Reggie Bullock.
Understands when to turn on them light to get his team going to make good plays.
Good look by Griffin to Drummond. They clear the side for him. He'll back down. Bullock trying for 2 in a row. Bingo. And talking to the crowd as he backpedals to the bench. Line of the Pistons, though, has been something. 17 for Bullock, 42 for Griffin, 20 for Drummond. Griffin gets 2 more. Gallo has it. Back to Lou, gliding left, down low. Harrell into the corner, throw it away. He's out of bounds.
Rudy's not far behind at 12.5 rebounds. Bullock for 3.
You got to watch Bullock. We mentioned it early when he made his first.
Crowder picks up Griffin. Skid pass inside. Oh! Favors came by, but they're going to call goaltend. Ish Smith will get the bucket. Griffin scoreless in the first quarter.
Nice move. He split the double team that time.
3-point play. Again, the lead is 10, 51-41. Inside, ball deflected out. Jazz turnovers a big issue here in the first quarter. Blake Griffin held off Crowder, got the easy 2 underneath. As Tom Thibodeau. Blake inside spins. And off the glass, Blake Griffin with a 7-point second quarter. Drummond inside the big hop.
That's his move. He likes to go to the middle when he shoots his shot. He's doing this against Drummond.
Griffin backs out. Crowder puts up a hand. Shot. Got it for 3.
Good shot. Good shot. That was good defense.
Grayson Allen checks in. Here comes Crowder. He's had a rough night. Battling Griffin. Ball's out of bounds. 13 on the shot. Here's Kennard. Had a 9-point first half. Inside
good
and
possession
with a 2-hander.
Give Detroit credit on that possession. They moved the ball around the perimeter very much, very well. Bears length on Griffin.
Puts her shoulder down on Rudy. Banks it in.
Nice finish. Nice finish. Was able to take a body blow.
Griffin, 4 to shoot. Down to 3. Griffin takes the 3.
Oh.
And draws the foul.
Just bails him out. They had nowhere to go.
Crowder throws it back out to Griffin. 7 seconds left. Blake for 3. Leans in and hits it.
Griffin, 3.
Reggie Bullock, topside gunning, got it. Nice. Blake Griffin backs on Isaac, powers his way to the rim and lays it in. For 100 possessions with Augustine on the floor, Only 95 when he's off the court. Showed you why there. Reggie Bullock line drives one home from the foul line by Vucevic. Clock at 10 for Blake. Powers his way in for a great reverse hoop. Andre screens and re-screens, and now Blake takes it to the basket for another hoop. 1 point game again. 5 to play in the half. Reggie Bullock turns and fires and fills it.
You know, again, you got Blake Griffin getting an assist.
Blake Griffin turns the corner, ducks in and scores.
They thought about doubling, but it was too late. Well within his range, making the Pistons pay for it.
Blake finds Langston Galloway, who knocks it down from downtown. Free throw, so it's still 59-55 Orlando. Blake Griffin powers his way to the rim and lays it in.
No pun guarding him.
Reggie Jackson gets a screen from Andre. Swing that ball all the way to the baseline of Blake. Powers his way to the basket for another deuce.
Not so much right now. He's finding freedom in one-on-one opportunities.
Vucevic drives and it's swatted by Blake. There are a million stories in the naked city. Pistons inside. Reggie Jackson scoops and scores.
Nice cut.
Pistons lead by 1. Reggie Bullock fakes the shot. Gets Blake a jam. And the Pistons are up 3.
Vucevic had 6'10" and strongman Blake Griffin at his mercy.
Blake on the other end. Long guns though, and it goes. Pistons gonna stop. Get Blake to the basket. And now they have a 6-point lead.
He was walking down the other way before the ball left Ross's hands. He knew it was going to be in.
Pistons go deep. Blake Griffin hits the hook. Pistons with a 2-point lead. Gordon with the drive. Reggie Jackson rocks it. Blake Griffin fakes the 3, bulldozes his way to the basket for a score.
There he went with some strength. He went with some strength that time.
Blake guarded by James Johnson. Reggie B for 3, and it's through. So the Pistons score the first 5. Reggie Bullock moves it back to Blake. Clock at 10. Reggie squares up, guns again, got it again.
Wow, heck of a start for Reggie Bullock.
Reggie Bullock with a shot right on the line. Gets the score to make it 11-6. Bruce Brown to the basket. He hits it.
Beautiful shake and right-hand dribble with Whiteside caught up high on Andre.
Brings it to forecourt, but does give it up to Blake Griffin. Blake to the basket. Powered it up and in. Bodies everywhere. They couldn't do anything with him. They did make the Reggie Bullock early 3 a 2. Strong 2 right there for Blake Griffin, right in front of the rack, 17-11. Blake almost lost it, got it back down the lane for a dunk. Winslow misses a pair of free throws. They're now 0 for 4. Jose Calderon on for Ish. Blake Griffin with a corner 3 that's through. Pistons by 10. Blake Griffin's back. Fakes the 3. Show and go on Whiteside. Lays it in. Pistons much better than the Heat so far. Just under 4 to play in the half. Blake Griffin inside. Reggie Bullock converts. Cut in there and a perfect pass from Blake.
Not retiring because I can't play anymore.
Luke Kennard, another shot that gets no iron whatsoever. Pistons with the lead. They have dominated here in the first half. And Blake Griffin triples. Now they lead 53-37.
He's obviously worked on that part of his game.
Reggie Bullock, nice bounce inside. Blake Griffin scores. Count that baby, and a foul. Trims the lead to 10. He's 3 out of 5 from distance, Greg. Blake Griffin over James Johnson. He rips the net.
That was a heck of a shot. Wow. Great move, too.
On the Pistons. James Johnson down the lane. Flicked away. Luke Kennard. Stop and go and a step back gun. Doesn't get it. Zaza with a rebound. He got iron, so it reset to 14. Luke Kennard with a shot. He hits it. Get it to the shooter. Blake Griffin against James Johnson. Down, puts the body on him. Blake to the lane. Here's the hook, and he hit it. Wow. Pistons with the clock inside 10. Blake Griffin knows it, gets down deep, hooks, and hits. Adebayo went down. D-Wade with 7 feeds. Reggie Bullock to the basket, scoops and scores. Lefty. He is a player now for sure. Reggie B for 3, and it's through. You can tell he's confident at this moment.
9 days ago, that's got to be cut in half.
Oh, yeah. Blake Griffin pulls his way to the basket for a score. It's 2-2. De'Aaron Fox misses from distance. Bruce Brown way up to Blake. Lays it up, lays it in. B gives it back to Blake Griffin. Shot clock at 10. Blake. John Lewis. Backdoor cut and another score for John Lewis.
I don't know anybody that scores behind the defense.
Could happen. He has tied the score. De'Aaron Fox lost the pass. Quick bounce inside by Giles. Got away from him. Meantime, Blake to the basket. Hits it. Count that baby and a foul. In last year's draft out of Duke. In the ball game as well. Reggie Jackson, long gun. Got it. Blake Griffin against Bagley to the corner for the long gun. It goes. Blake with a triple. He already has a dozen. And Bogdanovich checks in for Sacramento. Jose Calderon for the Pistons. 2 more for Blake. Bagley now puts it on the floor. Blake Griffin and Bruce Brown make him pay for it. They take it away. Here come the Pistons after forcing the turnover.
If you're Sacramento, and not all easy shots he's hitting, that's for sure.
Blake to the basket. He made that look easy. Great, great player. Awesome to have him in Pistol Blue. Here's the drive and the deuce on cue. Blake with a rebound.
Don't think he's retreating here.
To forecourt for the score! With contact. Brown and Blake Griffin. Blake playing with 4 fouls, gets to the basket, lays it in. Luke Kennard's open, look out below, he buries it.
He was second. They're all playing well for their respective teams.
Blake against him. Bagley blocked it. Blake got it back and scored it.
Blake Griffin, 10 of 20. And he comes up with a steal here as the Kings turn it over.
The ball isn't moving. It's sort of staying in the line. Oh, that helps. That certainly helps.
Yeah, Blake with a drive. He was not to be denied, was he, Greg? Hands to Reggie B. Zaza gets it back. Still plenty of shot clock. Drives it. Dishes to Blake. Pump fake and a score! Pistons get the lead back. 101 to 100.
He's making his shots and playing well. Griffin.
Timeouts today, offensively and defensively. The start of the quarter, or sound getting a stop and a second chance. An NBA team is usually going to make you pay when they get a second chance out of it.
Blaming it on the weather.
Yeah.
Weather outside, yeah. Griffin, I mean, there's no way to stop that, right? I mean, unless you're Shaquille O'Neal or Wilt Chamberlain, I don't know if you're stopping that.
34 points and a half, or the fact that he had so much balance scoring offensively. He said defensively. He said we executed the game plan to perfection.
Last couple weeks, not hesitate to take those short jump shots.
Bullock off a screen, nicely done.
He can get going.
Griffin will try a 3 and knock it down. Without Andre Drummond and Ish Smith tonight. Griffin, strong move, score it. He'll go to the line. They'll call a foul on Jeff Green, former Georgetown star. Griffin will try another three and buries it.
Oh, why was Jeff so deep on that play?
When you come down and you give something up like that after missing a layup, it hurts even more.
Well, Blake Griffin can feel it right now, so I'd get him some more threes.
So the Wizards now up their three-point production to 5 for this game. Griffin tries another, and he hits at the buzzer. Didn't see William or Kate. But what a night it was at Kensington Palace. The entire trip. What was your favorite part, Kara?
How am I getting teased about sleeping? I was tired.
Because you had your feet in his lap.
No, I just kicked him a couple times.
A couple? Which so far have led to 11 Detroit points. Make it 13 and timeout Washington.
And getting the opportunity now and capitalizing. Blake Griffin inside out. It'll be Reggie Jackson. And a lead for the Pistons. Reggie Jackson starting to the backcourt with Bruce Brown. Pick actually 42nd overall out of Miami. Good trap by Okafor to recover. Triples there though. And that's Brown. Reggie Jackson has it. Now Griffin on the run. And protected it beautifully with the left hand, because Randall was pretty solid in position, wasn't he? Only down 3, shooting that poorly. They're 2 of 5 from beyond the arc, though. It'll be Blake Griffin, and that's where he's really improved his game. He's really worked on his shoot. Guy who usually cleans up the boards. Drummond is not playing tonight. His 3rd consecutive miss. It's concussion protocol. Blake Griffin filling it up from beyond the arc. 1-point game. When you're offering 173 for 5 years. But that it was going to be a retirement jersey, and now you can't give that up, and it's going to be an easy one for Griffin. So that's points off a miss and an 11-4 run.
Much better than that start the other night against Memphis.
Griffin got what he wanted inside. Griffin is going to play the first 12 minutes of the game. Good carry. And a good look.
Oh, he's wide open.
Lead so far for the Pistons. And they fell asleep on Lure. 5 straight.
That's a big screen. That should be an easy switch.
It'll be Bullock. And a good one by Julius to keep it away. It's decent position, but Pels give it away again. Sloppy. Very sloppy now. And the easy one for Bullock. Make 9. So far, they're 2 of 9 beyond the arc. And Griffin on the reverse. Makes him pay. And without Drummond, you want to capitalize downstairs. So you want to keep him on the floor. Step through for Blake. We saw that from here. Griffin knows the shot clock is down, so he's going to take the high percentage one to get the roll. It is an 11-point lead once again for the Pistons. 2:08 to play. 9-point game. Griffin taking his time. On the trail, Bullock. And they can't miss from beyond the arc for dead last in the NBA at 33%. On the gamble, Pachulia. Took a while, and nobody was there because he fumbled the ball away. 61-49.
As much tonight as you could in the Memphis game. When I watched that game, it just seemed like he was struggling even to get back in transition.
Good 2-man game, Bullock and Blake Griffin. He wanted Pachulia. Instead, he'll take the mid-range and get it. And that's where he made his mark. Great look. Griffin up against Drew Holiday. Reggie Jackson. You know he's making it because I talked about him looking for his. 21-6. Blake Griffin. And just put his shoulder into Solomon Hill. Cleared space, didn't he? 32 for Griffin. Appropriate. Bullock and Griffin on the run out. Reggie Jackson. Look out. He's posing.
So he doesn't get that offensive foul.
16-10. Griffin for 3. Look out again. Man, oh man. 92-86. That's the difference in the game. And what kind of look is it going to be? A layup. And he blows it, but they put it back in. Pachulia and Griffin right there on the spot. Pels stopped.
I like that. Double team him right away.
Griffin gave the ball up to Bullock, and Bullock missed a shot last time down, but nails that 3 ball. Double team comes to Blake Griffin. Inside, the rookie Bruce Brown with the score. Up at Little Caesars Arena in Detroit. Spin move, baseline, and up to the rim to score is Griffin. Had to have his curly kneel handles to be able to maintain possession as he took it down low, and then going inside is Blake Griffin.
That's not Curly O'Neal right there. That's Blake Griffin.
On Blake Griffin. Spinning back towards the basket. Griffin scores.
Griffin heard me and said, no, we won't have any of that.
The second quarter has been excellent for the Mavs. A 17-point advantage in the quarter. They've turned a 5-point hole into a 12-point edge, but there's Griffin scoring, operating in the paint.
Gets it back against Kleba. Doncic comes over to double. Blake across the lane, hooks it, hits it. Count that, baby, and a foul.
Three-point try missed by Finney-Smith. The Mavs bench is 5 of 7 on threes in the game tonight. Griffin, an inside catch, another score, another and one. He gave the ball up out of the double team. Reggie Jackson wants to go back to him. Faces up, shoots a three.
Blake Griffin, Luka Doncic show.
Double team on Blake Griffin. Sends it out to Reggie Jackson, and the Pistons made 5 threes in the first quarter.
You better go.
Griffin brought it inside, then the kick out, and Jackson again for 3. Down the three-pointer.
He lifted his knee and went,
long pass inside to Griffin, who will score, and he draws a foul.
What do you do with Griffin?
Mavs have now made 9 straight.
needed that.
Detroit just ties it up, though, on the Blake Griffin three-pointer. He's got 28 tonight. Just missed a 3. There's a foul. And Luka ends up on the floor. Luke Kennard with the steal. Numbers. Griffin over Kleba. 2-point game again.
Luka was there.
Hovering up around 37% on his threes this season. Down into the corner to answer. Blake Griffin does precisely that with a 3.
He's telling fans to be quiet.
It's 34. Finney-Smith is in for defense. He just subbed in. Pick and roll. Oh, my Lord. Blake Griffin.
He's been up and down as a three-point shooter, mostly down, but sounds like he's never made them. Reggie Jackson, the running Glasser goes. He has scored 10. Bucks lead 15-8.
Lopez doesn't have a quick first step, but the threat of that outside shot is what allows him to slow walk it inside on the drive and still be successful. Blake
against Ersan Ilyasova. Good screen from Andre. A mean screen, and on the pick and roll, Andre jams, hits the deck, draws a foul.
That was beautiful. A pull-up mid-range shot, then Middleton.
He's 4 for 5 for 8 so far. Luke Kennard shot right down the middle.
He didn't waste any time, did he?
Blake from the corner, fires, fills it.
By surprise?
You gotta be ready. Connaughton was there for the score. Luke Kennard fires from distance and fills it up. Bruce Brown bounces to Blake against Wilson. Show and go move by Blake to the basket, scoops and scores.
Ooh, what a pump fake.
Made it look easy. Not much news at the free throw line in this one so far. Blake Griffin hands to Langston Galloway, screens, Langston fires, fills it. Good play by the Pistons that trip, 58-45.
In their loss to Oklahoma City when they had 70 points in the second half.
Pistons you'd think would be strong in this one because of their rest after the road trip. Leaning scoop, no, rebound Blake Griffin. Blake flying to forecourt. Looks down the lane, gets to the rim, hooks on the run, hits it. 8-point game. Blake finds Reggie, back to Blake. Spins on Middleton. Clock at 5 for Stanley. Johnson knocked it down. Huge hoop for Stanley. Blake Griffin against Ersan Ilyasova. Double team help from Bledsoe. Reggie Jackson for 3 and it's through. They're up 96-79 here. Still 9:40 left. Luke Kennard fires, fills it. Blake Griffin barrels to the basket, Sets up Zaza Pachulia. Blake with a shot. Sticks it. It's a three. Frigid temperatures have held this crowd down a little bit. Let's see how the Pistons perform. They go inside to Blake in a hurry. Kiss the glass for a score.
Boban Marjanovic. And guess what? It was against the Cavaliers. They killed the Cavaliers.
I remember that. Blake from distance screens it. Barnes scored on the other end for Dallas, so it's 5-2. And they switch up the uniforms every day in, day out. NBA, that's kind of nice. Look at Brunson trying to check Blake. Forget about it. Another score for Blake Griffin.
And my opponent has to hit a shot like that to beat the clock. I'm going to live with that, George.
Here you are. Andre inside. He gets a quick score. And the Pistons are up 9-4. Was Rookie of the Year in his first year. Averaged 24 boards and 4 assists with the Pistons. Pistons out of the timeout. Get Andre a dunk. 7 straight for Dallas. Reggie Jackson, plenty of time, and buries it.
There you go. Open man, open shot.
Clock at 5. Dallas's defense has been confounding at times. Blake to the basket this time, scores it off the window.
He was following the shot almost before it left his hands.
Reggie B for 3, and it's through.
A lot of people last year when that trade was made thought that Blake's all-star years might be behind him.
Having a great year this year, gets it in the post, hooks and he hits. Backs on Dorian Finney-Smith, clock at 6 in front to Dre, flips it up, fills it up, Pistons needed that. They now trail by just 2. Blake against Harrison Barnes this time. It's more of a small forward. Jose Calderon wide open, he hits it. Man, did the Pistons need that. Luke Kennard. Gives to Blake Griffin. He fires for 3. And it's through! Big time basket. 1-point game.
And then whoever gets it has to be ready to shoot.
Lob. Blake hooks. Hits it.
Right person, huh?
Count it.
Right person there.
And the Pistons have the lead, 79-78. Blake against Powell. Clock at 7. Clock at 6. Wheels in the lane. Hooks and hits. Took his time, got it done. That's you foul the guy knocking down a 3. Pass intercepted by Blake Griffin. Dwayne Casey had to work like the devil to get this one. Goes to shake hands with Rick Carlisle. Dirk Nowitzki in the house. Pistons down 1-0 after the split at the stripe. Reggie B with a corner, gun it goes. Blake Griffin with Gilgeous-Alexander on him. Wide open is Reggie topside. And he tripled.
I think I saw something there.
Yeah, interesting. To the basket and getting it blocked with Marcin Gortat. Andre got him. Blake to the rim for a dynamite dunk, and the Pistons are up 8-1.
But again, more of the same today. That's the price you pay when you have to trap the All-Star.
Here's Blake from the wing, 4-3, it's through! Blake's to forecourt, 5.5 left in the first. Pistons lead 22-9. Reggie Jackson with the long gun. Clock at 12 for Blake against Harrell. Backs him in, fires off the high glass and hits it. Very deep position when he got the ball. Blake steps back for the long gun. It goes! Wow! Thanks for joining us, Pistons and the Clippers. Blake Griffin's former team. Blake fakes the 3, drives, scoops, scores. Blake against Harrell, wide of the lane. To the baseline, to the basket, 2-hand slam. Now Blake backing on Gilgeous-Alexander, way too strong for him. Finds Stanley Johnson for a corner 3 that's through. The Pistons knocking him down regularly from downtown.
He's got some explosiveness, a good first step and lift.
Nice pass there from Reggie to Blake for a score. Hands to Blake against Harrell. Clock at 7. And a triple.
And a look over there for the Clipper bench.
Shot clock at 10 now for Blake. He's got Avery Bradley on him. Tobias Harris comes to double. Ish from the top, and he triples. Get the ball inside to Blake. Trying to power his way against Harrell. Step back gun goes for Blake. A nearly impossible shot when the Pistons needed it most. It's 109-99, 35 seconds left. Blake inside to Dre for a dunk. 109-101. 2-2 early. Blake Griffin, topside to Reggie B, back to Blake. Against Plumlee, he bid on the pump fake, and the show and go is good for a deuce.
They got the ball down the court with good floor spacing and very willing to take that early opportunity.
Bruce Brown with a miss, followed up for a score by Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin, topside Reggie Jackson, time to line it up and knock it down. Dribble handoff and a screen for Reggie B. Blake gets it back, throws it up, and Gray throws it down. Count that baby, and a foul. Piston lead, foul down to 5, 52-47. Blake Griffin shovels to Ish for the corner gun. It goes. Into the corner to Reggie Jackson. Blake on the wing, penetrates, gets Andre a dunk. With 5 on the clock, works against Plumlee. Turns the corner, gets to the basket, lays it up, lays it in.
Beautiful. Oh, man.
Blake with a clock at 8 against Plumlee. Andre sets a screen. Blake to the basket, flips it up and in, draws a foul, slipped down. Now puts it on the deck, goes behind the back, wheels inside, lost the handle. Andre hands to Reggie Jackson. Blake on the perimeter against Jokic. Fires for 3, and it's through. Pistons continue to lengthen that lead. Reggie B inside to Blake. He's got Morris on him. Took him to the rack. That was easy on that mismatch.
Battling here tonight. Griffin, a little shake and bake against Vonleh. He's shooting a lot of threes, and he's so improved from three-point range, 36%.
Where he leads the league in offensive bounds with 5 a game.
Looking to post up this time. Vonleh on the switch. Drummond puts it on the floor. Layup is good. You don't see that from him very often.
Continues to misfire here.
Griffin spins, backs in easily, and the Knicks are quickly down 9. David Fisdale is going to want a timeout. Knocks, but Smith couldn't finish.
Yeah, Brown doing a good job hounding him, and he comes back to dunk.
Yeah, poor transition defense there, and Brown able to throw it down. He goes to the rim with a force. And his second bucket. Reggie Jackson launches a three-pointer.
Pistons once season high has been 23s.
Ball comes off the screen. Under 4 minutes remaining here in the first. Griffin, the fake, couple of fakes. Yeah, nice little English off the reverse. 11 points, 3 assists for Griffin. Thomas trying to slow down Griffin, who's had his way here in the opening 8.5 minutes. Bullock, meanwhile, has had his way from three-point land. That's his 3rd three-pointer. Shot clock at 4. Griffin's going to have to put up a three-pointer. He's got a hand in his face and nails it. They're 6 of 9 from downtown. Here's the 2nd worst three-point shooting team in the league, and they can't miss here. Griffin against Thomas.
Good job by Allen looking to help out.
Boy, tough shot. Griffin drills it. He's 5 for 5. 16 points and 4 assists. Alley-up to Drummond. Beautiful pass from Griffin. That's his 5th assist.
Yeah, impeccable pass by Griffin.
All right, I'll rephrase the hint as Griffin flips it up and in. Hey, Knick fans, it's easier than you think.
Young guy learning the nuances of the backcourt.
Griffin, nice move. A little spin, 22 for Griffin. Lead is back up to 9. Have the All-Star break to kind of get acclimated in terms of moving and rearranging their lives. Bullock lines it up. That's a 3. His 4th three-pointer of the game.
Knicks can't be as aggressive.
Griffin against Vonleh. Spins, drives inside. Hook shot. Count it, and 1.
Vonleh got injured on the play. They're relentless.
Hills and mountains.
Yeah, when they go out to Phoenix, I think.
Kennard floats it up and in. And this equals the largest lead of the game. David Fisdale has to call a timeout. Inbound to Griffin, fakes, fires, and hits a three-pointer for Blake Griffin. What a big bucket.
Griffin has more magic.
The spin, foul, shots good, and one. Blake Griffin able to put it in. Bullock picked up now by Thomas.
Pistons milking the clock.
Bullock launches again. Bullock, his fifth three-pointer of the game.
Blake Griffin, corner bounce. Reggie Jackson, rainbow three is through. And the Pistons are up 10 over the Knicks. Langston Galloway against Dotson. Blake Griffin over DeAndre Jordan. He hits it. Pistons 15, the Knicks 3. Bounces wide of the lane. Blake Griffin, top side Reggie Jackson, triple try, bang, it's through for 3. 18-5 Pistons, and here they come. Deep to Blake for a score, count that baby, and a foul. Blake Griffin directs traffic, backs in, pump fake, quick hook, and he hits it. Dotson got one. Andre to the basket on a dish for Blake Griffin. Double clutch scoop and a score. He has 20. We're still in the first half. Blake Griffin pours it. Blake will gun for three. And that is through. Almost looks like target practice. Himself 6 times in the second for 11 points. For New York. Here's Langston Galloway with the long gun that goes. His first scratch.
You missed that.
Instead of a quick dunk.
You're going to draw the ire of your coach for sure.
Andre flips it to Blake. Gets him a bunny.
Ilyasova's at the 30 mark.
Blake on the other end. The long gun goes. Pistons 89, the Knicks 82.
If you're going to give yourself any chance of defending them.
Brown to the basket. Scoops and score. Beautiful. Jackson backs up, dishes to Blake. Double team, doesn't matter. Played it up, no. Tapped it up, yes. John ball gone, it's his team, and his numbers are picked up, and so of the Wizards wins. Blake Griffin gets to the rack. Crosses over on Randall, top side to Blake. Pitches it inside to Gray. Scores it off the square.
That's smart basketball right there.
Reggie Jackson looking deep in the paint for Blake. Double team right now. All the way across the floor to Brown. And he fires and fills it up. Wow. Out there mostly to play defense, but showing he can score. Blake Griffin double, finds Gray for a dunk. Check in. Inside and missing, chasing Randall. Blake Griffin pulls his way to the basket, scoops and scores.
And it's pretty much the same even with Luke Kennard in the game.
Randall caught on Blake Griffin, knocks it down, takes it to the rim, scoops and scores.
Yeah, you can submit or message us on all of our social media pages and on Facebook, and we would love to share your story.
All right, Rick Fletcher, Fox Sports digital host and reporter. Be tuning in, guys.
3.5 to play in the half. Reggie Jackson blind bounce. Blake topside triple try. Bang! It's through for 3. Gives them just 4 second chance points on the other end. Blake rises and triples. 55-54, a shootout here. Bradley Beal, 4 out of 5, 2 for 2 from distance. Blake Griffin rips it away and rushes to forecourt. Inside to Dre, turns to the rim, lays it up, lays it in. Ariza on Blake, shot clock down to 5. Double team, doesn't matter, lays it up, lays it in. Blake against Green, mid-post. Reggie Jackson, long gun, all by himself, and he buries it. Here's Smith to the basket. Corkscrew gun won't go. Rebounded by Blake Griffin to Wayne Ellington. He'll take it to the rack. Finger roll and fill it up.
Nice job.
Thon Maker with a rebound. Blake Griffin has 22. Now he has 25. Works against Parker. Clock's at 2. Luke Kennard fires and fills it up! Wow! Blake Griffin to the basket for a score. That's just power basketball right there.
Yep.
Blake backs on Ariza. Basket cut. Dre for a dunk. Count that baby and a foul. Luke Kennard with a bounce to Blake. Lays it up, lays it in. Made it look easy.
Smart inherits him. That's what Griffin will do if you let him. He'll just take you right into the basket. 10-4 lead early. Griffin. Jackson for 3, and he knocks it down. Griffin. Kennard gets in the paint. Morris there to defend Griffin. Drummond comes out to set a screen. Griffin comes up shooting and buries a 3. Griffin a mismatch. Warner maker slaps it away. Griffin goes to get it, turns around, and rattles home a 3. Whoa! Whoa was right. He's in some pretty heavy company. Follows that shot and gets 2.
Well, there's the 2 big guys in the paint. Horford popped out with a pick and pop.
Griffin comes up shooting and knocks down a 3. Now Griffin wants it back. He's got Tatum on him. Spins, goes baseline, hangs in the air, gets 2. That's a heck of a shot. Ogilvy trying to get low. Griffin bumps up to the basket. He gets 2. Jackson passes up the step away, finds Griffin instead, and he buries a deep 3.
Well, I want to tell you, that's an all-star shot right there.
Griffin checks the clock, got Tatum in the air, lays it down for Drummond, gets an easy 2. Griffin calling for the ball. Ogilvy defending. Griffin comes up with that little half hook of his. 14 for Smart, 14 for Hayward, 12 for Brown. Ellington finally gets 1 to go. And Brown with 17 off the bench. Griffin goes in for 2.
I mean, you're used to the blue color and the red from Detroit.
And Blake Griffin, really hot that he didn't get a foul call, but he got the basket. 18-15 Detroit. Bays whips it inside. Collins. Griffin defending and rebounding. Boy, this is a big man. Big 6'10", 250. Ish Smith, not quite as big, puts up the jump shot. 10 points, 3 assists, and hasn't missed a shot. Now the Pistons out of the timeout, go inside to Griffin.
That's too easy.
And not all that easy, getting it way up there over Blake Griffin.
Yeah, Sooner over Sooner.
Pistons go down deep to Blake. 2 points in the paint for the Pistons.
74-70. Griffin with 16 on the shot clock, a step back 3.
The ball's just not moving around the horn enough.
Jalen Adams has come in for Trey. Memory's in. Griffin up and through.
That's a tough shot.
Blake Griffin puts in the 3.
Reggie Jackson and a switch has Olynyk on him. That puts Richardson on big. Blake Griffin with 2 on the 24. And Griffin hits the jump hook from about 10 feet out. Inherits, missing the playoffs 8 of the last 9 seasons. Here's Blake Griffin with 3 on the shot clock. Able to accelerate past Derek Jones. And he replaces Dion Waiters. 7 on the shot clock for the Pistons. The lob for Drummond. Blake Griffin saw that before anybody else did. 2 of 8 from 3. Pistons 2 of 11. Boy, what a screen Pachulia just laid on Magruder. Griffin's triple is good. Blake Griffin, he had 7 points in the first quarter. That's his first score since. Believe it or not, with under 10 turnovers this year, the Heat are just 3-3. You'd think that would be an elixir, not necessarily. Blake Griffin triples. That's the kind of game we anticipated. Looks like, feels like, playing like a playoff game. Langston Galloway. First time we've seen him in the game, fifth-year guard out of St. Joe's. Long-time assistant coach at the University of Kentucky. Talked about coaching Andre Drummond. He had some good bigs at Kentucky like Melvin Turpin and Sam Bowie. How about that slam for Blake Griffin? He has 16 points for the Pistons, a 9-point quarter for Olynyk, and a 6-point Pistons lead with under 3 minutes left in the third. Oh, Kennard hit that three with Wade right in his grill. First time all night, by the way, the Heat have hit consecutive threes. They're only 6 of 22 on the night from downtown. Langston Galloway, boy, have they gotten timely performances from their bench. 9th double-double of the year for Drummond, 47 double-doubles. Drummond's third in the league. That's Galloway. Same spot, same result, but add a foul to it on the Richardson reach. Just 5 on the shot clock for Detroit. Griffin comes rolling in. An 18-point game for Blake Griffin, his first score of the fourth quarter.
Close games and continue to perform and win without him, using their depth.
5:26 left. A 107-84 lead for the Pistons. Oh, Blake Griffin, talk about a walk in the park.
Blake works it inside for Gray. Double clutch, scoop and score for the big fella. Blake's got Thaddeus Young on him now. Ball poked away, clock at 5. Corner 3 is through for Blake. Blake Griffin, top side of Reggie. Here's the long gun. It goes! Pistons add 3 to it. Andre has Bogdanovich on him. Shot blocked. Turner got him. Wayne Ellington for 3, and that is through. The Pistons raining threes on Indiana right now.
Ford Health Systems is part of our mental fitness spotlight tonight, guys.
Good stuff, Johnny. Pistons miss inside, but take it away from Indiana.
Actually, who's with me here tonight, got to inbound the ball that came out, so it was pretty cool. She knocked it down, and Jamie would have been proud of her just for being at a basketball game. He would have loved that.
Starters on the court. Starters out there for the Pacers as well in the closing moments here of the first half. Reggie Jackson connects from the corner. Played against him when he was at Wisconsin and in the league.
2 minutes until the half.
Blake from the corner, triples.
This is the game I anticipated. I didn't expect a blowout. I expected a hard, well-fought game that could possibly go to the end.
Fitness in partnership with the Pistons and Henry Ford Health Systems. We encourage you, if you want some more information, we have some really helpful resources at Fox Sports Detroit.
Anywhere, 67-63. Heck of a ball game here at Little Caesars Arena. Ellington from distance drains it.
Comfortably, too.
Pistons go to Blake Griffin. You want some points in the paint? He gives it up to Luke Kennard. Guns on the run, it goes. Luke Kennard with his first hoop since the first half. Thaddeus Young. Dribble hands to Langston Galloway. Floating gun goes for Langston. Falling down. Bodies everywhere, and the whistle's going to blow. Blake guns for 3. It's through. Blake Griffin with a clean make. To give back to Blake. Clock's at 3. Back outside. Langston! He beat the buzzer with the long gun. Backs him in. Lost it, got it back. Shot clock at 2. Luke Kennard for 3, and it's through. Blake Griffin screens for Reggie Jackson. Reggie with a shot. Yes.
Griffin, a triple-double in the Indiana win as he shows you his ability to hit the outside shot. Good question, though. Drummond gets loose for the dunk after that ball bounced around. There's why.
Yeah, exactly right. Everybody should have their hands up actually in the zone right now. They're not actually in the zone. Looks like they're playing man-to-man, but yeah, I mean, able to pick up that steal, then stays in the play, continues to run the floor.
Spurs 7-0 run. Griffin tries to break it and does. It's his third three. That's right, his Instagram shows you how he gets to the arena. Oh, Brown after the steal. move by Marco. Served better there.
Couldn't quite control it with that left hand. A little too hard off the glass.
And then Reggie Jackson makes him pay.
In 10 years, the high did not get above 0. Just digest that for a second. The high every day would be -1 or -2. Denver, I believe Seattle was in there, and Utah, and the Spurs. And Pop had come back, and was familiar with Pop. We were friends, and how about regaining control of this game? I know you got yourself a little 7-point lead, but how about pushing this thing back up while weighing out Ellington isn't cooperating?
Average 14 and Bellinelli 12 for the Spurs. Spurs shooting 50% from the floor. The Pistons, Griffin. Got to make sure he doesn't go off on you because he can turn it on in a hurry. Kept it in play as well.
Smith tried to move that ball around and did whatever he could to keep it away from LA, to no avail.
Galloway, really tough triple.
LaMarcus and Marco Bellinelli.
Spurs trying to get a little help. Griffin just muscles it up and in.
Again, though, from Derek White. Didn't shoot that ball, got it to his big ticket.
9-0 run. Ended by Jackson's 3.
And the rebound into the hands of Griffin. Jackson, a hot hand. Hits it again. Well, you can tell he's feeling it again.
Yeah, you're right.
7 wins in the last 10. Griffin backing down right away. Belted by Chris, but it's a goaltend.
See the way.
Give it the bucket to Blake Griffin. Easy rebound for Drummond. He gives him 15 boards a game. Ellington sends it. That's his shot for 3.
Yeah, now that he's back into playing more.
Little Caesars Arena. Here comes Griffin again. Double team. Had to give it up. Drummond came to the ball where they really worked well together.
Yeah, that was a pretty decent collision.
Fry on the floor against Griffin, who sticks that 3 ball right in front of his own bench. He's drawing so much attention.
Right.
He's back out there. Thought about the 3. Bernard has been a force. Knocks it down for 3. He's killing them right now. He's got a dozen. They also have another second-round rookie on their squad. Kyrie Thomas has played some this year. Escape dribble by Ellington. Pretty stroke for 3. So Wayne Ellington has bagged 3 triples. Nance trying to dig it out, and Detroit has it. Drummond in the month of February, averaging 2.5 block shots a night. Griffin, and it's tipped in.
Wow, they're just playing volleyball with the Cavs under the basket.
Ball swing to Brown, nudged by Chris. Good ball movement here. Reggie Jackson sights a 3 and hits. And Dwayne Casey be thrilled. He just said to see LeBron James in the postseason for a change. That blocked by Blake Griffin, and that closes a very decisive first half for the guys from the Motor City. Battle of the glass. Ellington, a dead ball, tipped up by Drummond. No. Another chance for the Pistons.
Well, they just had playing shoot around.
Ellington for 3.
Wow.
Long launch for 3 is good for Jackson. He is just feeling it from the get-go.
Everything shoulders to his target.
2-man game with Griffin as he matched it. Blake Griffin on the fake dribble handoff, leaning that time, hit a tough shot. So Blake Griffin has a dozen in his career, but he's just a feverish worker. And really this past summer, for the first time in about 3 years, was able to work on his craft as Ellington bags a 3.
Jeremy Lin, the forecourt. Siakam whips it. Lowry, corner gun short. Off the deck to Reggie Jackson, way up to Blake. He won't miss this one. Lays it in.
Before very long in this league.
I agree with you, Gregory. Ellington, hot for the Pistons of late, gives it up to Blake Griffin. From the wing for 3, and that is through. Blake Griffin against Siakam. Got plenty of time. Backs it in. Passer goes for Blake Griffin. Lin down the lane. Scoops short. Blake Griffin boards it. Still with it. To the basket. Off the high glass. He hits it. Blake way up for the rebound. Blake to forecourt. Fires from distance. Fills it up. Pistons now protecting a 2-point lead. Blake Griffin to the hoop. Scores it. Count that baby, and a foul. Blake against Anunoby.
Gets to the basket for a score.
That was 1-on-5 right
Yeah,
there.
sure was. They have a 17-6 advantage in fast break points since the first quarter. The Pistons started the first and scored 11 on the break to none for the Raptors. Meantime, Blake Griffin gets to the lane. Looks like he was hammered. Luke Kennard against Danny Green. Blake turns, fires over. Siakam fills it up. Sensational shot. Hacking on Powell. Deep to Thon Maker, and he scored.
That time Thon Maker was strong with it.
3:42 to play.
I worry about this matchup. Andre got the 5, remember.
Just all stripped.
You hear that about a lot of people, but from everyone I talked to about Ted, he's consistent, George. He was definitely a great person.
We're 5 minutes in. The Pistons have scored just 4. Now it's 6 as Blake gets to the basket and scores off the square. Reggie Jackson comes to get it. Gets it back from Blake and a screen. Fires for 3 and it's through. Pistons needed that. Timberwolves just turned it for the 4th time already. Wayne Ellington back to the corner over Saric for 3 and it's through. It's 53-43. Wiggins has 9. Timberwolves by 10. An easy one for the Pistons on a lob to Blake Griffin. Blake's got Teague on him. Luke Kennard calls for it. Fires, fills it up. Wiggins gets a quick 2 when they need him. Ellington fires for 3 and it's through. Towns backs and bumps and lost the ball. Luke Kennard, the recipient, lays it up, lays it in.
You can never forget him as a trailer. When he's coming down the floor, unguarded, be aware.
Blake Griffin down the floor to the rack in a heartbeat. Blake Griffin spins away, backs in, hooks on the run and hits. Teague with a pair of free throws. Langston Galloway triples on the other end. Pistons lead him. 6:50 left. High screen for Andre or Ish. And look at Blake find Dre inside for the dunk. Taj Gibson's been kicked out for flagrant 2. Bounce inside of Blake Griffin. Deeper to Dre. Another deuce. Count that baby and a foul.
Drummond came down to screen for him, flipped out. Blake Griffin, a pump fake, steps back, fires over Lowry and scores.
Yeah, he's really worked on his outside game.
Right idea. He probably would have had a layup. Griffin outside. That's good. First field goal in a long while. Blake Griffin. Ellington back to Griffin.
And Robert Lopez made a good business decision.
Detroit bench. Casey telling him to move it. Here's Brown. He flips one up as he got a step at the baseline. Oh no, I want to be the leaper. I want to be the jumper.
Oh my goodness.
There's Blake Griffin. He's checked back in and he splashes home a 3. Side to Galloway, back to Griffin. Griffin back out in the corner. Galloway a drive, floats it up and scores.
They've got to match up bigs on these bigs for the Pistons.
Galloway for 3, and that's good. The game is tied at 85. Takes him into the paint, blocked by Smith. Able to reach in. He bounces. Blake Griffin driving layup is good. And a timeout, Jim Boylan. Now Griffin, power dribble inside, scores.
Just use quickness that time. Again, they're going big on big screen.
Griffin sizes up Lowry. Griffin into the lane. What a move!
That's a nice move.
Here's Griffin again. Into the lane. Steps through. Scores.
Now this is all-star time now.
Run this play. Griffin for 3. No. Griffin his own rebound. Oh, wow. Wow. Just really dug that away. Now Griffin against. Oh, and he hits one
at the buzzer. Oh, that was a tough shot.
Shot clock down to 12. Ellington inside for Blake, lays it in. Out with an ankle sprain. Triggers the offense. Ellington gets to his spot, sends it, scores it. That's the shooter right there. Just big enough probably at 6'3", because he has some strength. A lot of savage. Ducking in and scoring is Blake for the Pistons. Inside for a hook, and he hits it. Zelda Jr. Bounce to Lopez. Poked away by Blake. Andre with a screen. Blake delivers to Langston. Galloway for the long gun that goes. And the Pistons have the lead. Blake gets a screen. Gives it up, gets it back. He's got Dunn on him. Dropped it deep for Luke. What a pass. Nice finish. Blake for three, and it's through.
And the hook's above Marketing short. And here is all the way to the rim, Glenn Robinson III.
Blake gets it with the clock at 8. He's got Archie Diacono on him. Got to take him off the glass and good.
That's not only taking him, that's taking his candy too, George.
The Bulls need to make some stops. Here's Griffin with a wraparound, and he finishes.
That's too easy. Murray's got to give him a little bit more resistance.
Blake for three, and it's through. Reggie Jackson for the Pistons against Dunn. Blake from the corner. He hits it.
You know, they're not, early in the season, the shoulders were dropping a little bit. Guys' mental was a little bit different. Oh, nice play.
Nice setup after the timeout.
82-70, Pistons lead. Blake backs in, off the glass and good. Count that baby, and a foul.
Hey, wait, get out.
Pistons go to Blake Griffin. Reverse Glasser, good. Count that baby, and a foul.
Reggie Jackson back in with Griffin, Smith, Maker, and Galloway. Catch and fire. Galloway drains it. It's a three.
Going down this end of the floor against the zone.
Ellington gives it up. Kennard looking for Griffin. He'll try a three. Got it. Blake Griffin flicks it for Griffin. 8 to shoot.
Somebody's got to help him.
And Griffin will kick it. Brown, an open look. Put it on the board. It's a three. They're 3 of 15, Detroit, from three-point range.
And that's why you play the percentages.
Ellington, at shooting practice, wide open look, and Kenny Atkinson has seen enough.
Even a half a screen hurts. Watch this now.
Kuruc goes down. Griffin bounces, and Brown lays it in.
Pistons have 14 offensive rebounds, but they haven't been able to put them back in. They're only 3 of 13 on the putbacks.
Off the miss by Russell. Ellington connects on a triple. D'Angelo Russell's head.
Every time somebody gets in, that is an easy one for Griffin to steal, but every time Griffin gets near somebody's body, he's trying to look to hit them.
And somehow, excuse me, 4 of the Nets starting 5 in double figures. Harris has 10. Allen with 6 points, the lone single-digit scorer. Galloway trying to shoot the Pistons back into it, and he drills the three.
The defense with that left-hand dribble on the pullback.
Blake Griffin from downtown, he buries it. He's having his best season in the NBA from three-point land.
Doesn't move his feet as well. He's someone vulnerable to attack off the dribble.
4 on the shot clock. Jones Jr. goes down and loses the ball. And here comes Blake Griffin. 13-point Heat lead. Miami had a 30-18 lead after one quarter. Their biggest lead was by 14. Oh, that's too easy for Blake Griffin. One of the few easy scores.
Needs some help.
Blake Griffin will pretty much obliterate one-on-one coverage most times he gets that chance. That was his first shot of the game. Here's Ellington. Oh, he's so quick coming off the screen. Buries the feathery three. He trying to outscore a 16th straight opponent in the paint. Blake for three. Yep. Second triple of the night for Blake Griffin. Waiters. Ball gets flipped out of bounds by Dion. It'll go back to the Pistons. You know, the Pistons still don't have a field goal in this third quarter. They're 0 for 11. Thon Maker puts a stop to that. How about a 30-point lead with a minute and a half left in the third quarter? This we were not expecting. Thon Maker with that dunk. And an assist from Blake Griffin.
Bounce to Blake Griffin. Fake the pass. Knocks down the three. Lob inside, intended for Kuzma, picked off by Bruce Brown. Now to Blake, bounce to Bruce, lays it up, lays it in. Blake measures Muscala, drives and misses. Rebound tapped out to Reggie Bullock. Picked off by Ellington, saved by Bruce Brown. They flick it to Blake in the corner. With a long gun, and it goes. Kuzma's got Blake. Dish inside to Dre for a dunk. Yeah, he lit him up.
3 assists, I should say.
Wagner inside, lost the ball. Reggie Jackson with a takeaway. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope gets back. Nice dish. Reggie to Blake for the bunny. Went behind the back and got by Rondo. Reggie Jackson launches another. This one's down.
Says none of the schools recruited him here in the state of Michigan.
Amazing. Langston Galloway out of the timeout ties the score at 35 with a triple. Blake backs on Kuzma. Langston Galloway fires and fills it up. This is to Langston. 2 seconds, 1 second to play in the half. All by himself is Reggie Jackson, and he hits it.
Much
Blake
more than the first half.
Yeah, double team on Blake. Ellington fires, fills it. He knew he hit it when he let it go. Goes back to Blake with it. He's got Reggie Bullock in front of him. Ish with a long three, and it's through.
Man, he just all of a sudden started cooking it.
3 block shots. Luke Kennard from in front. The shot dances, drops. Count that, baby, and a foul. Pistons bounce it to Blake. Backs in. Shots up and he hits it.
You got to put a body on him. They cannot get second and third chances. And then put a Band-Aid on it. Can't feel sorry for all the guys that's injured and out. You know, the guys that step in for the Kelly Oubre's and everyone else.
Precision passing from one rookie to the other. Griffin will step into the three. Well, as I was saying a moment ago,
he's one that's never going to take for granted his minutes on the floor. Well, he'll get healthy in a hurry.
kick it out to Brown, who finds the bottom of the net. 12th pick overall by the Pistons last year. Griffin looks like he may have done an extra step in there, but gets it up and in.
2 minutes remaining in the period.
Drummond with the deep post position on Bender. 18-14 advantage. 7 of those rebounds coming from Drummond.
That's up pass there. Yeah, Josh made up his mind. That's the pass he wanted to make.
Kennard on the runouts.
Keep attacking, because you're right. The Suns did a tremendous job scoring in the paint, and that's something they're going to have to continue to do. A huge advantage on the Pistons, plus 18 in the paint.
Better shot selection here in the second half, just picking those spots a little bit better.
Yeah, Lindsay, second chance points. The Pistons only got 11, but yet they had 12 offensive rebounds, and then as I talked about, that can't continue.
Kale with a couple of threes so far tonight. The lob up top to Ayton, just a little bit behind him. And then Bridges will stop the fast break. Dunk attempts did we see in that first half?
Well, and if you're the Suns, that's what should have give you some concern.
Here's Ellington. He can do it inside and outside the stripe. You got a couple of former Michigan natives and Josh Jackson and Devin Booker. 5 rebounds tonight for Book. On the drive, and Maker got a piece of that one, it looked like, but into the hands of DeAnthony Melton.
In regards to watching him, because he does get fouled a lot.
7 of 8 from the line tonight for Book. Jackson up top to Griffin. Won't miss that one. Bender's got to be careful because Bender playing with 4 fouls. Kick it to Ish Smith.
Drummond nearly gave it away. Aminu deflects it, but up come the Pistons on the drive. Here's Blake Griffin to lay it up and in.
You needed him in that first round matchup against New Orleans, and not having him was a big miss. It's bigger than the numbers. It's the impact he's able to have with the activity level. He's able to get the basket.
Chancey pass inside. Griffin read it all the way. Plucks it off the floor. Swings to Jackson in transition. Aminu showing, comes to collapse on it, then recovers on Jackson for a 3, but Jackson given a sliver of daylight. If Smith getting down there, doesn't like what he sees. Swinging outside, 5 to shoot. Blake goes to work. Step back 3. Yes. Here's Ish Smith with it. Pumps it to Blake Griffin. Kennard coming to the ball side and laid it in. Ish Smith is run out of there, and he'll find Blake Griffin. Blake left open for 3. Strings it up and in.
Pretty solid job in their shell defense on a pick and roll. That time they rotated over, they had help for the helper, and they limited Nurk's options on the catch. But you just got to make sure he doesn't get it.
Dame is perfect, 5 for 5, 13 points. Galloway guides in a 3. The other is Griffin, who's already hit 2 threes. Instead, he's going to go power ball and lay it in.
They played that 2-man game in the middle of the floor. Defender not letting him land. That's the Zaza Pachulia rule. What happened nobody home.
I know the 1 week is coming up. Talked about evaluations. Frankly, he's evaluated every day.
Yeah.
Blake Griffin on the low post spins in and gets just a masterful little bucket right at the rim.
Just saw the score. Been a busy few days.
Yeah. Jackson triggers, misses, kick out to Blake into the lane. Wow.
Left, right. Plant that inside foot first when you're turning your body to the rim. Dame does it to perfection, and then Blake Griffin with the answer.
Amiable conversation as they wait to get a man in here. Jackson in the inbounds will take it, fire 3. Detroit will take it. Blake Griffin bearing down on the near sideline. 4-3. Got it. Blake Griffin shooting the lights out for 3 this year at 36%. It is down the sideline to Galloway for 3. Got it! Galloway on the long hit ahead drains a 3.
And absolutely scuffled shooting the ball.
Did not make a 3.
Blake Griffin is shooting a lot more 3s and effectively.
When most of the time he's facing away from the basket. He has to turn and do it all in one motion.
Blake Griffin, the one-on-one on Draymond. Steph came to help. And Brown sneaking inside. Came into the league as an absolute man-child. Blake Griffin, and got it over iron. The funniest part of Zaza coming over from the Republic of Georgia is he moved to Atlanta, Georgia.
Well, that's...
Drummond is had 2 hammers here. Griffin, he forgot the ball initially. How about Wayne Ellington?
Just didn't allow that entry pass to the post from Draymond Green. He hung it up there. It was for grabs, and Wayne deflected it.
And I think it does help to play a better team for the Warriors. They just somehow relax too much against a subpar team, and another Blake Griffin 3.
Bench loving that.
That's experience.
There's Reggie Jackson. He's not going to stay silent for long. Reggie again.
Yep.
All that effort rebounding-wise tonight for the Dubs.
Well, they're beating them on the boards.
Drummond deep position there.
It didn't happen in Detroit. And I like it. They're taking what the defense will give you and get a lot of 2s that way, and they're very efficient.
Blake Griffin banging and bumping, and he will pick up a foul as he floats that in. The boxer gets the guy in the corner on the ropes, and you try to knock him out. And instead, it's a 4-point play opportunity as Kennard hits the three.
The Warriors aren't out of the woods here, let me tell you.
Well, that 4-point play after the Steph missed three was a big, big bucket, and now Kennard hits another one. So
this is what he does.
Griffin three.
That's big for them.
Not quite done yet.
Well, Griffin going to take a three. That's short. And another offensive rebound.
Well, next ball, as soon as the shot went up, Paul Millsap just ran out.
Chris Marlowe, Scott Hastings, and Vic Lombardi on hand tonight here at Pepsi Center. Nuggets looking for their 31st win as Blake Griffin gets inside.
Blake got to get back to moving and attacking and getting back to playing into the paint.
Blake Griffin already has 6 offensive rebounds. He's way too big for Gary Harris. Not sure why the Nuggets are switching that. And Griffin will score easily.
And the silly thing is not the switch.
That's 16 for Nikola Jokic here in the first half. Griffin on the run. He gets by Millsap. Pretty good play by Murray. He's hustling tonight, folks. And the Nuggets, Griffin into the lane, and he scores it. That's our ideal, isn't it?
Yeah.
Contested two, then the contested three.
That's why I see the ball turns right back. Detroit's getting some shots.
Don Maker's on the run, and he throws it in.
And no really tough bad shots either.
No, they're getting some shots. Griffin. And Griffin scores it. They've now made 5 of 16. Doesn't sound like much. But the Pistons are just 3 of 26. And now 4 of 27.
and didn't have to wear the toupee. And another just take straight to the basket. Denver. Listen, they're playing well and everything's good, but Denver did not come out at halftime.
Have tried tonight. And every time the Pistons seem to have some success, maybe a couple of runs, a couple of good baskets.
Goes back to what Michael said. After a little success, the one thing this team has done poorly at times is just rest.
Monte Morris, nope.
And Blake Griffin did not even get to close to half court, gave up the play.
Stay up on Griffin. 3 to shoot. Ish. And he knocks it in. 6 to shoot. And another 3. Jackson. Griffin going to spin on Barton. Drummond. And Drummond throws it down with authority. Into Griffin. Looking for Ellington. No, Griffin. Into the corner. 3 on the way. Good. Reggie Jackson knocks it in.
Blake Griffin against Gordon. Wayne Ellington from the wing. Triple right down the gut. Got no iron whatsoever. 5-2 Pistons. Clock at 5. Now 4 for Blake. Bruce Brown will have to fire. Does and fills it up. What a bonus. Working against Gordon. Rolls, hook, hits. Took a little shot, didn't get the call, but he does get the deuce. It's 16-7 Pistons.
That's the straight
You
line.
avoid the fine print.
Yeah, that other stuff is zigzagging.
Ish is checked in, penetrates, sets up Blake for a triple right down the gut. It's 19-14 Pistons. And as we've said time and time again, he doesn't make any mistakes. Blake to the basket, gets a Piston hoop. Langston Galloway bothered. Andre finds Blake Griffin. Baseline move. Hanger, he hits it. Blake with a pump fake, squares up, triple try, yes! He hits it!
Andre's had a huge night, but so has Bruce Brown defensively.
Blake Griffin to the basket, ripped through the Magic. Count that, baby, and a foul.
Look at this switch.
Blake Griffin's got Augustine on him. Deep to Dre for a dynamite dunk. Very unselfish play by Blake. Great basket cut by Andre. Blake Griffin backs in. Hooks from in front, hits it. And he's wearing them out. Just over 5 left in the third. Wayne Ellington, step back, long gun goes! He's shaking his head.
Well, that's 7 threes. I'd shake my head too.
Nearly picked off by Ellington. Clock at 6 for Fournier. Stripped by Ellington. Ahead to Bruce Brown. Lob to Dre. Dynamite dunk. Count that, baby, and a foul. Wayne Ellington with a rock. Blake Griffin, corner bounce. Langston Galloway for the long gun that goes. Andre screens for Blake. Good shot. Off the square for a score.
Keep this game fast. This is a Piston team that likes to set up their defense, as Blake Griffin's showing you something he hasn't done his whole career up until this year, shooting a 3-ball. Well, they're going to give him that shot. They don't want him to shoot the 3-ball and get it going. Takes it and knocks it down.
Speaking of knocking it down, Griffin
tapped on that play, then on the previous play by Paul George.
Oh, and Blake Griffin continues to fire and hit from the outside. Well, he just tried the James Harden move. Lost it on the way up, didn't get the call, stays with it, spins and scores as Blake Griffin now with 13 first quarter points. Pushing is Langston Galloway. Sent over to the corner, that open 3, it's nothing but net. Knocking it down is Wayne Ellington.
I hate to tell you about that, folks.
Would love to know what was said that garnered the tech. Can't leave him open, and he makes the Thunder pay yet again.
But don't forget about it, folks. And remember, he's also a 3-point shooter.
Westbrook came in, gambled on the steal from around Griffin, who was able to maintain possession.
And somehow looked over his left shoulder and laid it in.
Griffin, you can't leave him open. And another 3. That is his 5th of this. Well, they run that big-to-big screen out on the perimeter to set Griffin up here with Nerlens Noel. Off the dribble 3, straight away. He's been feeling it all half, and it continues. See a couple of all-stars there with George and Griffin. Shot clock under 5. Griffin,
and you know he's going to shoot it. Yep. You know he's going to shoot it.
And it's nothing but net. Still trying to get that shot off.
Oh, I thought that was contact on that play.
Boy, Blake Griffin lines it up again.
I've come from beyond the arc.
Massive production for Blake Griffin here tonight. Jackson runs right into Steven Adams, takes the bump, hangs in the air long enough. Either way, it was a pretty clean contest. Griffin off the dribble again. His previous career high from 3 was 6 set earlier this year back in November against Houston as George throws it away. A drought. Now 1 out of 12 in this 4th quarter. The Thunder defense has started to step up and has allowed a little separation here. It's a 14-point game, make it a 12-point game.
Side of the court. Bridges buries it. That's a 3, 6-5. Pistons get 2 of them right back for Blake Griffin. Bruce Brown gives it up to Blake Griffin. Lob to Andre. To the rim for a jam. Things he does best, get to the rack. It's now 8-7 Pistons. Blake for 3, and that is through. He ripped the net.
Wow, what a start for the Pistons offensively. If you're out of position defensively just a little bit in this league, you're gonna get hurt. That time Lamb able to get to the basket because the Pistons overshifted.
Tried to run him into an Andre screen and couldn't. Goes instead to Blake Griffin against Bacon. In front to Dre, flips it up, fills it up.
Nice shooter in his 2nd year at Michigan State last year, and he's been able to bring that with him to the NBA.
Pistons 3-point shooters, Wayne Ellington, he just drained it from downtown. Pistons extend the possession. Blake for the drive, lays it up, plays it in.
I think that tells you right there all you need to know about Blake Griffin in this game.
Blake Griffin against Kemba Walker. The stars of each squad working against one another. Blake takes him to the rim, misses, tapped it in. And Langston Galloway for the Pistons. Luke, nice pump fake, fires, and fills it. He rattled it home.
He's got 3 buckets.
Reggie Jackson. Blake Griffin back to Reggie. Triple try. Yes, he hits it. He has 6 of the Pistons' 8. They trail by 2. Right on the way down the lane. Pocket picked. 10:44 to play in the half. 35-20 Memphis.
There you go, right in the middle. And
Blake Griffin's in the middle. To the rim, lays it up, lays it in. The young man from Oregon now has 9. It's 50-28. 4:09 till halftime, and Blake Griffin with a big-time answer. Delon right behind the back. The Caboclo, a little shake on the drive. Knocked out of bounds. Shot clock at 7.
Griffin spins in the corner. He got it. Wayne Ellington from 3. Timeout Milwaukee. Sizing up Giannis. Griffin using the muscle on the tip. Jackson looking to take Middleton. Ellington will pull it in.
That's always a mistake. Maybe you have to switch the pick and roll. There's certain things that you could do to change how they play.
Slide move from Blake Griffin.
You look here at the scores table, you have Brook coming back in, another great shooter.
Griffin finds the open man, Drummond. DJ Wilson trying to hang with Griffin. Griffin finishes in the foul.
You watch there, Blake Griffin backs all the way off of Giannis.
Nice delivery inside, and another chance for 3 for Blake Griffin.
And that's the problem, when you back so far off of him, he's 1 or 2 steps away from Euro stepping, and that was a layup. He could maybe dunk that.
Griffin connects. Life does that give his teammates seeing him come out and perform the way he has so far?
Well, big time. You look at him right there again, another steal by Blake Griffin. You know, talking to them, I mean, they've been pretty good, but they haven't won a playoff series together.
Drummond squeezes it in off the delivery from Griffin.
Is that what it was?
It was.
It's a lot of games in the playoffs,
That's
man.
right. Kennard gets the whistle and hits the righty floater. Griffin directing traffic. He has 15 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. In his return from a knee injury, scoops that in. That was an area they dominated in the regular season and the first 2 games of this series. As Jackson lays it in, another delivery from Griffin.
I knew that he was special in this league, but I'll be honest, there were times where he didn't even know. I would have to convince him. Nice shot by Blake Griffin right there.
He also has 6 assists and 5 rebounds. Lopez had it denied by Griffin, goes off of Kennard, he's able to save it. Early on, it was back and forth, but in the final moments of the second quarter, Milwaukee really took control. They've continued it here in the third. Griffin! Oh, what a finish in the foul! Griffin barrels in and finishes without a whistle on either end. Blake, the crab dribble, couldn't lay it in, can't tip it in. How about a third try? Sure.
About a breakout series. Sterling Brown getting the start to Bronson.
Nice drop off there. Griffin to Drummond, and getting Drummond on track. Doing their damage, Reg, early on in the paint.
10-4 advantage for the Pistons.
Nice fake by Griffin.
And make it 12-4 advantage.
Of their 7 field goals they've made, 6 have been in the lane. As Jamie was talking about, that's an outside shot. That is a 3, and it's a beauty by Reggie Jackson, who tries to sidestep and puts one off the glass. And it's the other way with the Pistons, and in comes Griffin, who will hammer one home. It's Griffin outside with a minute gone in the second over Antetokounmpo, and that is good. Long shot by Blake Griffin. Losing it inside, Griffin will grab it. And Blake, nice feed around the defense, and a maker who never broke stride. Griffin, Antetokounmpo, and Kennard. That's an open 15-footer. They're going to get Snell, who played about a minute the other day in Game 3. Griffin on the doorstep with a nice runner maneuvering inside for that shot. Jackson
Nice deceptive move, draws the double. Griffin, shot clock at 2, he's going to have to fire. He's got the mismatch on the left side. Wow, 3!
Oh my goodness, a step back 3 here. And no one's crying about playing time.
No. Griffin carves his way in for 2. And there was a lot of defenders around him.
This is still stuck on 7 out of 8. Score is tied. Blake for 3, and it's through. Folks, the score is untied.
Approaching 5 to play in the third. Closeout game, Milwaukee 3. Griffin, bullseye!
Back-to-back threes here for Blake.
33 for Antetokounmpo and 18 for Middleton. The bench tonight for the Bucks, only 7 points. Jackson 3. Griffin is in. Blake's got 22, 26 from Jackson. And he dumps it inside. Griffin does, and Drummond will get a pair.